Okay, no. Before you start accusing me of forgetting that not the entire world has daylight savings, before you start accusing me of messing up about it, I did not. No. I did not make a mistake, and I did not forget. I made an executive decision to go live an hour after the leaks would be up because it's my usual stream time. So I said to myself, I know the leak timing is off because of my clock now, but I'm going to choose to stick to my usual stream timing, despite the fact that it's no longer balanced with when the leaks usually come out. That was a decision that I made, but the leaks are all... people told me to go live at the time of the leaks. I decided not to. I decided I would be fine just going an hour later. But then the leaks came out, and I was like, I kind of want to cover them right away. So I decided to just go live now. So I wasn't originally gonna do it, and I was just gonna be fine. I was just gonna be fine getting to the. You and Wave Man, you're laughing so hard. Yeah. I was just gonna accept not covering it as soon as it comes out. I was gonna be an hour late, but whatever. I'm here. You guys just want to see it, so let's do it. Hello, and welcome everyone who I did not greet, the way I usually do. So let me just bring you guys to desktop view, and let's just look at the Dahlia leaks. Okay, let's just do this. Is Break saved? That is the question. She is Fire Nihility, 96 space speed, 130 energy. She is very slow. Is the immediate thing I'm gonna notice. Deals fire damage equal to 100% of Dahlia's attack. Yeah. Her skill, Lick and Kindled Betrayal. What? Well, a lick is the name of a candle thing, right? Something is on my screen. Fudge me. It's my VTube Studio thing. Okay, we're good. We're good. A candle wick? That's a wick? Oh, then what's a lick? Yeah, I'm sorry that my VTube Studio thing was on. It's fine. Like stocks? Like, lick your face? There's no way she's saying it's fine. Deploys a zone. Okay, the last 3 turns with the zone's duration. Okay. Then deals fire damage. Probably doesn't matter. It is blast damage. While the zone is active, increases all allies. Okay, so it's literally just runway skill. And toughness reduction taken by enemies while not weakness broken. Okay. So she can do super break damage even when they're not weakness broken. So, break literally doesn't matter anymore. Or like the break bar literally doesn't matter anymore. Because you're doing super break damage anyway. Sure. Okay. Her ultimate inflicts wilt state on all enemies, lasting 4 turns. It's a long time. Then deals, okay. It's AoE, reduces death of enemy targets in the wilt state by 18% and applies weakness of all dance partners types to enemy targets. Okay, dance partners will be in her talent. When entering combat, the Dahlia regenerates 35 energy. That's nice for a first turn ult. And grants dance partner to this unit and the teammate who triggered combat. Okay, so her talent is Surrender Technique. Whenever there is no other dance partner, immediately grants it to the teammate with the highest break effect, sure. After a dance partner attacks a weakness-broken enemy target, the toughness reduction can be converted to 1 instance of super break. Okay, so she's giving the dance partner multiple super break instances. They get 1 super break instance here, and they get more super break damage from her skill. For those of you who aren't aware, multiple different super break instances can happen at the same time. So like, when Fugue and Harmony main character are on the same team, it's not like their super break damage combines necessarily. It's more that there are multiple super break instances happening, you know, if that makes sense. So that's basically what Dahlia is doing. It's multiple different super break instances from the same attack when your character attacks. After an enemy target is attacked by the other dance partner, the Dahlia, not her having a follow-up attack, interesting, dealing 5 instances of damage, each dealing fire damage equal to 30%, okay. After each instance of damage dealt to a weakness broken enemy target, the toughness reduction for this damage, okay, so she's also doing super break damage. The super break scaling is high, but the toughness damage is going to be low, probably. So it's going to balance out. What the follow-up attack is good for is it means she has a way to apply more debuffs. So that is technically good for Acheron. Like quote unquote good for Acheron. It's technically usable with Acheron with a Nihility Light Cone that applies a debuff like Pearls. She can apply a debuff with her follow-up attack now when the when her selected ally does an attack. Like quote unquote good for Acheron. Again, the more proper term is usable with Acheron. This effect can only trigger once per turn. Yep. If the target is defeated before the follow-up, it'll just go on a random enemy, sure. Firefly teams at Fei Xiao. It's definitely not going to be used on Fei Xiao teams. I mean, like, technically it's doable. Super Break Fei Xiao. Okay, her technique creates a special dimension. Yada, yada. She immediately deploys her skill zone, so you can start basic attacking. She's going to be skill point positive. Looks good. The combat triggering toughness reduction into one instance of Super Break at 60%. Okay, so when your break character enters battle, they can immediately deal Super Break damage. That's good. Only one dimension effect created by allies can exist at the same time. Acheron, Fei Xiao, Dahlia, Cypher. Oh, with Topaz Lycone on Fei Xiao? I guess. Only one, yeah. Okay, her traces are fine. No speed traces. She's gonna need a good amount of speed. Like, technically you don't need the speed, except for skill points for Firefly. Because Firefly is a skill point black hole. So the Dahlia's low speed is a bit sus, but it's fine-ish. When entering combat, increases other characters' break effect equal to 24% of the Dahlia's break effect, plus 50% for one turn. So if she has 200 break effect, that's like almost 100 break effect. Wait, one turn? Oh, it triggers again, lasting 3 turns when she receives healing or a shield from a teammate, but cannot be triggered repeatedly within a single. Okay, so you're incentivized to run a sustain with her, whether it's Gallagher or Lingsha. But having a sustain basically translates to 100% break effect for the whole party. Yeah, for the whole party. Interesting. This is mainly here because Hoyo already knows that by releasing a new break character, people are gonna want to run Sustainless. Now, don't get me wrong, Sustainless is still better, okay? This trace, this is not enough to make a Sustain, quote-unquote, better than a Sustainless team. Except for in scenarios where Lingsha is just the best DPS anyway. There are scenarios where Lingsha is, like, your best DPS option. So, like there are exceptions, obviously, okay? Don't like, take my statements as a blanket statement. There are exceptions, but in general, 100% break effect, not enough to make Sustainless worse, but it is an incentive to make Sustain better, is a better way to put it. When using Talent's follow-up attack, it recovers. Okay, hold on. This is so good. What the heck? This effect can be triggered once for every 2 Talent's follow-up attacks used. Wait. Okay. So every other follow-up attack recovers a skill point. That's really good because I literally just said Firefly is a skill point black hole. So this really helps with that for E0 Fireflies. It's like literally only for Firefly because Boot Hill and Rappa aren't really like skill point negative. Obviously they're skill point negative, but like they're not as skill point intensive as Firefly. It's still nice for them, especially when you run the team with Lingsha, because then it allows Lingsha to also spam her skill a little bit more. Yeah, Lingsha can use the SP, exactly. After an ally target applies weakness to an enemy target, well, hello? Oh my god, increases speed by when this effect is triggered by an ally fire character, why? Oh my god. Also regenerates a set amount of energy equal to 10% of max energy. Okay, so she has quid pro quo for only Firefly though. For only ally fire characters who happen to apply their weakness to enemy targets. Just say Firefly! Just say Firefly! Just say her name! What, are they scared of saying her name? Just say her name. This effect can only be triggered once for each character in each turn. Yeah, once a turn. Okay, sure. Sure. I don't even know what to say. So Firefly only needs to trigger this, what, 4 times, right? So Firefly just needs to take 4 turns. So Firefly will have 100% uptime now on her ultimate with this. Because Firefly is always going to take 4 turns within her ultimate, which is 40% of her max energy. And then when Firefly exits her ultimate, her next skill immediately gives her 60% energy. So it's 100% uptime. It's not that bad. It's only 1 trace, I will say. This is like as bad as Sparkle's Monoquantum trace. It's just one part of the kit. But it's like put this on a Firefly Nova Flare, you know? I don't know. It's fine, but stop saying Lingsha DPS, she can't apply weakness. For this part, sure. But Lingsha still benefits from everything else that the kit is doing, right? So again, this is only one part of her kit. Do not take this part of her kit to mean like this is the main thing of her kit. This is definitely not the main part of the Dahlia's kit. This is just an extra thing for Firefly. But everything else in her kit is good for all the other break characters still. Boohill didn't need the energy, but Rappa definitely could have used. I agree, Evil Mastermind. That's really painful that they made it not work with Rappa. This would have been so good for Rappa if it worked for her. Hello, Ignita. Oh my god! Okay, hold on. Before we look at her Eidolons, chat, which Eidolon is gonna be Dance Dance Dance? Let's guess. Thank you so much for following, Amaya. You missed the earlier stuff. What's the summary? Her skill gives weakness break efficiency just like Runmei, and she allows the team to trigger super break damage even when the enemy isn't weakness broken, basically. We already know, sadly. Okay, so chat already knows. Let's look at these Eidolons. E1 applies the talent super break damage multiplier provided to dance partner to all ally characters. That's 60%, or yes? Yeah, 60%. After dance attacks a weakness broken target. Yeah, okay. Is this the same as HMC in 5 targets? I think, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong about that. Additionally receives 40% boost. Okay, so it goes to 100%, 100% super break damage. After a dance partner uses an attack, deals an additional fixed amount of toughness reduction damage. Okay, that's good. This isn't super break damage. This is just additional toughness bar reduction. It doesn't do any actual damage. It just damages the weakness bar itself. This effect can only trigger once per enemy target, and the trigger count for each target resets after the enemy target receives a killing blow. Okay, sure. Wilt additionally reduces the target's all-type res pen by 18% when an enemy target enters the field. Immediately, okay. It's just a Runmei ultimate, sure. HMC is 160% in single target. Yeah. I was saying 4 or 5 targets. No E2 DDD. Yeah, I guess they keep it on. Oh, hi E6. There you are. Okay, we'll go to E4. Check the light cone later. Oh yeah. I have to check that as well. Increases the instances of damage dealt by the talent's follow-up attack by 5. Okay. And every hit increases the target's damage taken by 12%, so that's a vulnerability buff. And then the E6. Increases the Dahlia's break effect by 150%. This might be kind of hard for you guys to see. Increases the Dahlia's break effect by 150% when using her talent's follow-up attack. Advances the next action of all dance partner. Okay, it's not a DDD. It's only for the dance partner. I need to drink some water. One sec. Yeah, so it's only an action advance for the dance partner. So only for the DPS. But it can happen multiple times because it's every follow-up attack, not every ultimate. So that's good. Oh, E1 makes everyone the dance partner? No. E1 applies the talent's effect to the dance partner to all characters, but it doesn't make everyone the dance partner. The dance partner is still only the DPS. Unless it's just worded poorly, but from the wording, it shouldn't work like that. You have 0 break units, sad, unfortunate. Oh my god, what the, hello, Helios! Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs! Please make sure to thank Helios in the chat if you got gifted a sub by them. I appreciate it, as always, Helios. Thank you so much. Yeah, find on heart emotes in the chat for Helios, please. Thank you. Dance partners are only Dahlia and one other unit? Yes, correct. So just to briefly summarize, what Dahlia gives to the team is the same team-wide weakness to break efficiency as Runmei. She gives her own instance of super break damage, just like Fugue, or HMC. And she allows your characters, or she allows your DPS to trigger super break damage. No, she allows everyone to trigger super break damage, even when the enemies aren't weakness broken. So super break is just a fancy term for, I don't know, break scaling damage now, because you don't actually need enemies to be broken. Isn't her E1 kind of like a Tribi E1-ish? Not really. I don't know. No. It just does more, it just increases the multiplier of the super break damage. But that's not really what Tribi does. Like, in terms of giving your team more damage, sure, but the way they do it is very different. Main loss is res pen until E2. Yes, but she makes up for it with Death Shred. On her ultimate. And she can run Pearls or some other Death Shredding light cone, depending on if you already want to use Pearls on Fugue. So does Break Team just do damage outside of Break now? Yes. Break Team is just like every other team now. The main gimmick to Break Teams is gone. The only thing you gain from breaking enemies now, obviously the initial break damage. And then enemies just take more damage when they're weakness broken by default, so. But yeah, basically you are, okay. No, because Fugue's super break damage still only applies when enemies are weakness broken. So you're still doing more damage when enemies are weakness broken. Because if enemies aren't weakness broken, you're only getting Dahlia's super break damage. You're not getting Fugue's super break multipliers. Or HMC, depending on who you use. So there is still benefit to breaking the enemy. Brick Team was already able to reach 100% Def Pen with E1s. Yes, but she's replacing one of those characters, Ivan. She's replacing the E1 Ranmei. If you were to use a token for E1 Ranmei, would she still be worth a potential 180 pulls? You could probably use them together, yeah, if you don't have Fugue and you don't want Fugue. You're sad that Break lost the break. I think it gets rid of the uniqueness, but I think it's better for them in the long run, if they want to keep up. Is Fugue Super Break multiplier active while the enemy is broken? Yes. Multiple Super Break multipliers can be active at the same time, correct. We did not look at the Lycon yet. E1 Runmate or E0 Fugue, you would use one of those, yeah. Dahlia is Break Kafka. I guess that's a decent way of looking at it, because she even has a follow-up. There's some parts of her kit that says it does break damage only when weakness broken, like her technique. Yeah. But her skill allows the super break damage when they're not weakness broken. It's only the toughness reduction taken by them. So it doesn't have like it doesn't have its own super break scaling. Like down here. Well the dance partner will always be able to deal super break damage with 60% super break scaling, so she's basically an offensive Ranmei. I mean, Ranmei is an offensive Ranmei. I guess Ranmei has the action delay, but yeah. That's a good point, Hazel. Because Kafka forces the DOT gimmick to happen, and Dahlia is similar. She forces the super break damage to happen. Toughness bar damage is used in the super break formula. Yes, correct, but it doesn't have any of the super break scaling, unless they just didn't list it. You wonder if her skill zone enables all super break multipliers while not that would be crazy. Is it really gonna work like that? Like every super break multiplier that you have is no, there's no way, right? That would be, I mean, that would be good for break characters, so. And honestly, maybe they need it. So maybe it's not crazy. Maybe it's necessary. Kind of mid, maybe they will release a new 4-star. That's definitely not happening. A 4-star in my HSR economy. We need testing ASAP, I agree, yeah. Your 10 cost Firefly team may be saved. True. Yeah, honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think it could be that all your super break multipliers just always are active. Because again, break teams could use it. How big is the gap between sustainless versus sustain considering Dahlia now? I'll get back to you when I have testing, my darling. How's Dahlia's kit? She basically allows break characters to deal super break damage even when enemies aren't broken. Yeah, I agree. This was probably what was needed for super break to keep up and not just be a gimmick. How much break efficiency if Ranmei, Fugue, E1, and Dahlia? It's 50% from each of them, right? So it ends up being like it doesn't stack like additively. So it's not 150% weakness break efficiency. Not in the way that you're thinking of it, but you hate break, but if you did use it, then it'd be linked to DPS? True! Isn't Firefly also getting apparently a buff next year? There's no proof of that, Avocado. It was only rumors. It was needed, but the team feels bland now because they lost their break gimmick. I agree to some degree. We can look at the light cone somewhere. Do we have the art? Okay, we don't. That's good. I don't want to see the art. That would be copyright. Like, copyright fear, I don't know. Is HMC's Super Break multiplier worth it over a sustain with Dahlia's T1? I would assume so, yes. HMC does more than just Super Break, too. HMC does their own personal damage, and HMC holds Dance Dance Dance. The Lycon art is so crazy. I don't want to show the Lycon art on stream, so. Do Dahlia buffs stack with Ranmei buffs? Yes. Not additively though. So the weakness break efficiency isn't as crazy as you're thinking it'll be when you stack them, but they do stack. Increases the wearer's break effect by 60%, of course, when entering combat, increases break damage dealt by the wearer. And another teammate who triggered combat. Okay, we have that thing again. Hello? I can't. Okay. If there was no teammate who triggered combat, applies. Okay, it's literally the same as her talent. They can't stack. When the wearer applies weakness to an enemy target, recovers one skill. Okay, so it recovers one skill point on her ultimate, because her ultimate applies weaknesses. This effect can only trigger once, and trigger counts reset when using ultimate. Okay. That's nice. Like, low-key, does Firefly need more skill points? So we already gave her skill point generation on her follow-up attack, but it's fine. E1 over Lightcone for vertical investment. I don't have an answer yet, Donabi. This is 60 break effect. 32 break vulnerability is pretty dang good. Like, that's... Wait, that's kind of crazy, no? It's so that Link Chicken skill? Yeah. That does look kind of crazy, Potato, yeah. Interesting. For reference, where is Fugue? Fugue is 18% break damage taken, but it stacks 2 times, so Fugue is actually 36%. No, I've never looked at Fugue stuff. It's better than break vulnerability. It's break damage. Yeah. But I mean, just I'm looking at it to make sure it's similar numbers, and it is fairly similar numbers to Fugue's. Yeah, 36% break vulnerability from Fugue. And then 32% increased break damage taken, which is similar enough. The 60% break effect, break gives partially break to the DP. Yeah. I mean, it's good, of course. It's just not as outrageous as I thought it might be. It's in line with other break characters, like Cones, which is all I was looking for. Okay. Now look at the new Harmony BP like Kona S5. Oh, okay. I haven't looked at it too much. What? 24%? Yeah. I agree. It's not as outrageous. I can't show the Eidolon art or the Lycon art on stream, so I'm not gonna show it. I'm not gonna go looking for it, but you guys can find it on your own, surely. You're gonna go broke if Dahlia runs with both Fugue and Linksha. I would expect her to run with some of the break characters for sure, yeah. Fugue vulnerability also works for her and Linksha. Dahlia only applies to Firefly and her. That's also a good point, Ivan. Yeah, hers is single target. Rappa found shot dead in the streets of Edostar. Don't be mean to Rappa. Okay, I'm kind of curious about the Eidolon art. Is it on Hakushin? I'm gonna go look on Hakushin, but again, I can't show it. So hi, we're here with Finon. It's on the Reddit. Okay, I'm gonna go look at it. Again, can't show it on stream, but nothing on Hakushin. It makes sense. Okay. Oh, why is her E1 just the back of her head? That's, I don't know. E3 is pretty. What the fuck? That E4. Oh my god. Okay. It's Lee. I found it. That E4 is something else. Okay. Where's her light cone? Show me her light cone. Oh, the light cone is really pretty. I really like the colors there on the light cone. It's very Tokisaki Kurumi. Which Sparkle was already super Kurumi, but Dahlia is even more so Kurumi. It's I don't know. I dig it though. I'm a fan of Kurumi. They're really going into the yandere stuff? Yeah. Like, that's the classic yandere pose in her light cone. Would you say you can find this stuff? The Reddit. E-Force! Oh my god! You guys are crazy. What is Kurumi? Oh, she's a character from Data Live. Sorry, I should have she's a popular yandere character, basically. I should have specified. An anime character, basically. From the Break Evernight? I don't know, but okay. Evernight's E4 does give her weakness break efficiency, which is funny. Bye Cyrene, you need Dahlia's E4. Ain't no way. Okay. I think the kit is kind of what I expected it to be. So is E0 Dahlia better than E1 Runway? I will need testing Medarted. Probably yes, is what I would guess. Being able to deal super break damage when enemies aren't broken is really helpful. So yeah. You just wish she was a little bit less Firefly specific because there's no reason to be this mean to poor Rappa. For her last trace, I definitely agree. This definitely should have been able to apply to Rappa. The fact that it can't is really sad, which means Rappa still needs her signature light cone for energy. But it is what it is. Runmate officially has no Bis niche anymore. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it goes, you know? She'll be an upgrade though, especially since Rappa is the only break DPS without implant. Yeah, she's still an upgrade for Rappa. It's just that she could have been even more of an upgrade for Rappa, you know? But they I guess they don't want Rappa surpassing Firefly too much. So, I don't know. Maybe this is them admitting that Rappa's better. True. Rappa rerun in 3.8, right, surely? I would expect it, yeah. For your beloved Sam, you're getting the Dahlia. Very nice. Finon Super Break! Stop cooking. Stop cooking. Don't go back to Hakushin on stream? Yeah, okay, I won't. I'll just stay on Hamdijikat. Runmei is still generic enough. I agree. Like, E1 Runmei would still have value on my account personally. Because the dev thread would stack with my Finon, so. APOC Argentine's back. Oh yeah, I'll look at the new endgame stuff too. The new Anomaly Arbitration boss is Imaginary Week though? Wait, who's the new Imaginary Arbitration boss? Is Sustainless with Runmei still better than Linksha? I would expect it to be, honestly, Potato. The wait, what? It's not Aquila again. Oh, it's the Sunday boss. Dominicus? Yeah, the Sunday Anomaly Arbitration. Oh, wait, that makes sense because the Sunday boss is very break shield. Can I do your Cyrene pulls? Absolutely, Midas. Make sure to DM me on Discord, Midas, so I can add you to my list. Don't check the leaks, there are story spoilers now. As long as they're, like, spoilered, right? Like, as long as they're blocked out. But yeah, the Sunday boss is the break shield boss, so it makes sense that that would be the Anomaly Arbitration thing. When they're trying to... Wait, low-key! Isn't... Like... not to, like... I don't know. I don't know what new mechanics they're giving to the boss in Anomaly Arbitration, but isn't DPS Linksha just gonna be better than DPS Firefly against that boss specifically? Like, that boss is always 5 targets. I don't know. Maybe Firefly surprises us. I feel like Linksha's gonna cook that boss though. Like, that's Linksha's era. The Aquila was AA. Oh, we're talking about the AA after Aquila. Well, fair. We already know the one coming after Aquila. It just got leaked, so. Which E1 better for Firefly? Fugue or Dahlia? I'm not sure, Chaos. 40% more super break damage. More toughness breaking damage. Fugues just gives 50% weakness break efficiency, right? It's pretty similar. Or does Fugue... I don't remember if Fugue's E1 does something else. DPS Linksha always has been better than Firefly. Listen, not in AoE scenarios, yeah. What's the TLDR on Dahlia? Dahlia gives the same weakness break efficiency as Runmei, so she's meant to replace Runmei. She has some Death Shred, and her main gimmick is that Dahlia allows your team to deal super break damage even when the enemy isn't broken. So basically, super break damage just happens all the time. So you don't need to break the enemy for it anymore. How good is a Noxus super break? It's fine. I don't think it's going to be better than his Cyrene teams, but it's fine. You ate a massive spoiler? Oh no, an untagged spoiler or an unblocked spoiler? I'll be careful. 2 different rows in combat confirmed? What? Like, it depends on how they... Well, like, that already existed. Like, APOC Argenti already has 2 different rows. So, it's just that the mechanic, like, you don't interact with the 2 different rows, really. So, we'll see how that ends up working. Wouldn't you just run both of them? Both her and Runmate? You can, for sure, yes. In Sustainless. The team is just HMC, Fugue, Dahlia, core now. You're asking about sustain this, Midas, which is absolutely doable. Dahlia does have a trace that incentivizes a sustain. She gives roughly 100% break effect to the whole team when she gets healed or shielded. So she is incentivized to run a sustain. I don't expect this to make a sustain better than sustain this, but she does get benefits for having a sustain on the team. Mono Fire, that's the team they want to push, correct? iDeck Bro, yeah. They're incentivizing you to run Firefly, Fugue, Linksha, and Dahlia, the mono Fire team. Why does Dahlia have HP % traces? For survivability. Most characters have some defensive traces. Character traces aren't always purely offensive. Dahlia E6 looks exactly like Albedo of Overlord. Yeah, I know which character you're referencing, and I can see it. I can see the comparison for sure. You feel like she'd replace Fugue instead? I don't think so. Because you're thinking about stacking her 50% weakness break efficiency with Run May's weakness break efficiency. It does not stack the way that you're thinking it stacks. It is not additive. You're not doubling your weakness break damage. That is not how weakness break efficiency stacks. So it's not as good as you're thinking it will be by pairing her with Run May. It'll still be fine, of course. Just not as good as you're thinking. Are her animations out? They should be out soon. I can't show them on stream, but once they're out, we will watch them together. I'll just have to not show it on stream. So does Dahlia run attack % or HP % orb? Does she need effect rate body or not? She doesn't need effect rate body. She doesn't have any like base chances in her kit. All of her debuffs are permanent. Unless you're running her with a pearls like cone, then she will need some effect rate. Yeah. It's multiplicative, correct. And then yeah, just run defensive stats. Definitely don't run attack %. She does not need attack % for anything. Is Runway or HMC better in last slot sustain this? We'll have to see, Mon Black. I'll do some testing. HMC probably always going to be better against imaginary weak content. Although she applies all weaknesses anyway, so maybe HMC is just always better because she can always make enemies weak to No. It's only the dance partners. Never mind. So yeah, in imaginary weak content where HMC can contribute to breaking the enemy, I would expect them to be better. Outside of that, Runmei can probably be competitive. We'll have to see. Yeah, definitely break effect rope. Yeah, because her break effect buffs goes off of her own break effect. Her energy rotation isn't going to be great, but that's fine because she starts fight with her. No, she gets 35 energy at the start of the fight. Yeah, so that helps her. Please do test Super Dockeron. I'll get to it, I guess. The Shueyi main on Twitter is gonna lose her mind over Dahlia. Oh, it was Shueyi main? Yeah, I do know them. Or Build Shueyi is their name, I think. You're excited for Dahlia, you love the break mechanic yourself. She low-key kind of ignores the break mechanic. Like, not really, because there's still benefits to breaking the enemy. You still do more damage. So I guess I shouldn't say that she completely ignores the mechanic. She just gives you a way to do damage before the mechanic. And then after you break the enemy, then you pop off even more. At least her kit isn't as messy as Irene. That's fair, yeah. The break itself does bigger damage? Yeah. Obviously, when you break the bar, then you do big damage. She does seem to do a lot of damage. She does a lot of instances of damage, Potato. I don't know if it's doing a lot of damage, the follow-ups. Like, is this the toughness damage of her follow-ups? That's really not a lot. Like, yes, the super break multiplier is high, but that doesn't really mean much if the toughness damage of the follow-ups is pathetic. It hits 5 times. It does. Yeah, okay. So that's like 15. That's fine. Follow-up scales on attack %. Well, okay, the attack % scaling doesn't matter. What's the expectation on how good break will be with Dahlia's release? Worse than DOT with Heistlands? We'll see. She has follow-up attacks? Yeah, she does. How do you think she will work with Rappa? Doesn't her damage scale with her stacks? Yes, but it's not like you lose the Rappa stacks, so it's still just more damage, right? You're still gonna get the big Rappa damage after you break the enemy for Rappa's stacks. It's just that Rappa can do more damage before that happens now. Super physical bleed. You're just throwing words out now, Seal. With Heistland, Boot Hill, Heistland's Dahlia. Heistland's doesn't proc the DOTs though. Like Heistland's doesn't proc the bleeds. Well, she does on her ultimate, I guess, but I don't know. You just got here. Can she be a DPS? Like tech, kind of. I don't know. Not really. No, not really. You can make Lingsha the DPS though. Does this mean running Capiani for all is viable now? Why? Nothing really changed. For a Firefly team, it was always viable, so. Does she enable non-break DPS to actually do super break damage? Yeah, well, she enables everyone to do super break damage while enemies aren't weakness broken. That is her whole gimmick. She can't run sustain. She can run sustainless. She has a talent incentivizing you to run a sustain, but you could just ignore this easily. Acheron, the Dahlia, Silverwolf, the Hupta, you can do it. It's not going to be better than Cypher, but you can do it. You should probably get her for Boot Hill. Just abandon him, Seal. I'm sorry, that's mean. So she's still good for Boot Hill and not just Fire. Yeah, she's good for all the break characters, for sure. She has one trace dedicated to Firefly, but other than that, everything else that she's giving to break characters, still universally good for all of the break characters. Now you can run a Naxa break. Like, you can if you want. Not the E2 Cyrene Boot Hill Heistlands. Ain't no way. Firefly toughness on enhanced skill is 30. Yeah. This is probably the best day of Bag's life right now. Oh, Bag said he was considering E2 Dahlia if she worked with Boot Hill. What is her E2? Oh, it's just Res Pen. Okay. And then she immediately inflicts her ultimate state, right? Yeah. And like, okay, low-key, her ult's not that important. Although, her ult depends on how many turns the enemy takes, which is a little weird. It's fine. That E4 art? Yeah, that was nuts. Can she allow to implant weaknesses? She implants the weakness of her dance partner, yes. So she will implant physical for Boot Hill, or she'll implant imaginary for Rappa on her ultimate, in AoE as well. Doesn't her E2 make her ult, like, kind of whatever? It makes it easier to have permanent uptime on it, I guess. It's already not that difficult, but her ult implants, what do you mean it's not important? But Firefly and Boot Hill already implant. So, like, I don't know. It's good for Rappa, for sure. How does she apply her mechanic? A zone? Yes, it is a zone. Deploys a zone that lasts for 3 turns right here. Also, I forgot to bring chat back on screen. My bad. Another fugue situation? In what way? Her ult always implants fire because she's a dance partner too. That's fair, yeah. How much will she impact for lesser enemies since that was kind of an issue for Firefly at low cost? Like single target? How does she impact Firefly in single target? There's nothing about her kit that is specialized for single target. But her kit, she does just buff Firefly in every scenario, so that helps. You're somehow turning Firefly into Aglaya, but a different wait, you're kind of cooking, Eaglemane. That kind of is what they did with Firefly. Will I Kelix play break and Naxa with Dahlia? Well, I'm not gonna pull for Dahlia. There's no way I can afford the pulls for Dahlia. I'm gonna be broke after Cyrene's banner. I'll test break and Naxa though once I have access to her. Firefly implant one enemy while Dahlia implants another. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Does this make Lingsha break DPS real? Oh, Lingsha break DPS was already real, low-key. But yes, she is looking good for break Lingsha, or for main DPS Lingsha, rather. The Eidolon arts are crazy. Yeah, everyone's gonna be talking about that E4. We all know better than to pull the break Fire Nihility support one patch before the new planet. Listen, if you want to revive your break team, you should pull her. You just have to know what you're going into, right? You just have to know that headed into the next planet, break probably isn't gonna continue to be shilled. So as long as you're okay with that, you'll be fine. No one on Watchmakers? Yeah, I guess not. You just go the Iron Cavalry on everyone, I guess. Unrelated, how good is Cyrene E2 for non-crisis air DPS like Acheron and Fei Xiao? Obviously, her ramp-up issues are better. She's still not giving the biggest buffs in the world, but she works. Even at E0 Cyrene, she quote-unquote worked with Acheron when paired with Cypher, so... Super Break being more of a Nihility Emanator path than Acheron. True! You're right. What am I pulling for? I'm falling for the E2 Cyrene propaganda, I'm sorry. But I only have 30 pulls for the E2 Cyrene, so we'll see if I even get her, but I am going all in on Cyrene because I love the Crisis Heirs. When does her gameplay come out? It should technically be out soon, Ivan. Sometime tonight, probably. The Judge of Oblivion will be added into DU boss pool as a third plane, apparently. I don't know what the Judge of Oblivion is. I'm so sorry. Unrelated, how good is... Oh, sorry, I already answered that. She seems very undisputed the best for break support. I agree, Hazel, yeah. Especially since she allows them to do damage before the enemy's weakness broken, so... Do I think free-to-plays run tutorial? If you have nothing better, yeah, I guess. Pearls will also be good. But you can't run Pearls on both her and Fugue because it doesn't stack. So, I don't know, it's a little weird. Is Dahlia's skill zone and Runway ult zone can coexist? Yes. You're going for folding for E2 has only 30 pulls. Yeah. I will be attempting to E2 Cyrene with only 30 pulls. That is the plan. Is the boss where you need a shield? How did you forget already? I don't remember its name. The Icar boss? Kikoli and Brani and Mach. Wait! We have Kikoli and Brani and Mach? Very interesting. Has everyone forgot that Saber... Wait, what about Saber? You guys are saying Saber Super Break? I don't know about that. It's crazy to you how the story boss leak for 3.7 got you more excited than everything about this beta. I mean, this is only hype if you're a Break player, right? If you don't have, and you aren't interested in Break, the Break archetype, or Break characters, then yeah, there's not too much for you here. Fugue skipped you, so you can only play Dahlia plus E1 run May. Yeah, that should be fine. Icar has 5 times toughness bar, so Dahlia is gonna be fun. Yeah, she helps you do damage to him before breaking him, for sure. Stop the Finon Super Break coping. E6 Saber gets 2 ults off, so it's not impossible, but you would just build crit, right? And you would just buffer crit damage. You're more surprised that the Dahlia's kit is premised better than Cyrene's? I mean, Cyrene's kit was already trying to do so many things all at once, so it was bound to be messy no matter what, but... Love when the line of text says, when Firefly breaks, get energy. Yeah, basically. It's not even when Firefly breaks, right? It's literally just when Firefly applies weakness to an enemy. Even worse, even more specific. Oh god, chat's gonna be cooking Super Break teams for literally every character now. That could be an Overflare thing? That should have been an Overflare thing. I don't know, it's fine. No gameplay yet? Correct, we're still waiting. So the strat is get her easier Esra and get Fugues. Probably, Bag, you're probably cooking with that. That does sound like the correct strategy, yeah. For example, for you, it's a skip for you as you're not a Super Break player. I feel that, Yumiya, yeah. It's probably also a skip for me. And not the Super Break Anaxa. Oh my god, yeah. It's gonna be Super Break every team. There are literally gonna be YouTube showcases of every single character in the game running Super Break now. I can already see it. Anaxa Super Break is actually a thing? No. Describe actually a thing. Sure, it's gonna clear, but... no wonder they put fire damage to Oh, wait! Oh! That's why Finon has fire damage, Rayshore. So that they could tell you you're supposed to play Finon with Dolly eyes. Oh. You cooked. Not quite sure how much of an upgrade this is for Boot Hill, but your prob's not pulling. It should be a decent upgrade for Boot Hill. Right? She's kind of just doing what Runmei did, but she lets him do damage when the enemy's not broken. Which is nice for Boot Hill. Especially since Boot Hill can get some pretty obscene weakness break efficiency numbers on his enhanced basic. Super Break Ika? Ain't no way. Just run Lingsha. Just run main DPS Lingsha if you want a healer Super Breaker. Your free-to-play account got 3 stars on night 1 with Super Break Anaxa. Yeah, of course, it works. It works completely fine. It's just, not what I would recommend. Do we need Fugue with Dahlia? Need is a strong word. You definitely won't need it. Aglaya, Super Break, clearing fat 8. No, I refuse it. Himiko with this would be nice, for sure, in Pure Fiction. E2 Ruanmei equals Dahlia gut. Why E2 Ruanmei specifically? The Ruanmei E2 doesn't do anything. Check Dahlia Eidolons. Yeah, I checked them. They're fine. I don't know. They're honestly not the craziest Eidolons. Yeah, Sunday's boss in 3.8 Anomaly Arbitration, apparently, yeah. Mach 12 with Cocolia and that new boss. Listen, I'm hyped for Cocolia in Mach 12. It's been a long time since we had Cocolia. You're glad you never went E1 Linksha, E1 Fugue? Yeah. E2 Firefly investment paying off. Nice. Although, with E2, Firefly never had skill point issues, right? I mean, obviously that means the skills are being used by Linksha instead. But yeah. Pull just for art is not a good move. Well, yeah, I mean, people pull for whatever reason they have, Would E6 S5 Ruanmei still have a play? For sure. Although, Ruanmei's later Eidolons, don't do too much low-key for break teams. But she'll be fine, for sure. Super Break Ruanmei might be cooking? What do you mean? That was always what you were doing with Ruanmei. You do run into SP issues if you're Firefly team after the first 2 cycles, if that ever happens. Because of your Linksha skill spamming? I mean, you could just basic on Linksha sometimes, but obviously with Dahlia, you're able to skill on Linksha more. New AA Night 2 is DOT, but using non-DOT weak enemies. This is weird. I haven't looked at the new night modes, honestly. Much. Super Break the Hippolyta? No, they took away his Super Break stuff, unfortunately. His dragon no longer inherits. No longer inherits the weakness break efficiency from. Although it'll still have weakness break efficiency from her team-wide thing. So that's still something. You have a question for Boot Hill? Go ahead and ask. Super Break insert character? That's gonna be the meme for the entirety of Dahlia's beta. I can already see what the next 40 days are gonna be like. Throughout the entirety of the beta, it's gonna be Super Break with random character. Yeah. You wonder how would the Dahlia fit in the story after Amphorius? We're going to Penacony. They already told us in the live stream that we're going back to Penacony for Dahlia's patch. So she's gonna be on Penacony. We're done with Amphorius after Siren's patch. The follow-up in our kit is making your theory that Elation is gonna be like Shui Yi? I don't think so. Personally. How much speed is now required to be fast when Dahlia gives him 30% speed? Just it's still as much as you can get, right? 200 speed is the breakpoint for 3 turns in the first cycle. Is what I'll say if you want to know that breakpoint. Firefly versus Gwynaifen? We're just gonna throw every fire character into the mono fire break team now? Yeah. We're gonna be super breaking everyone. Once I have my hands on her and I'm able to test her, I'll definitely do a bunch of different super break tests with different teams. Firefly speed breakpoints are different due to the countdown timer. Yeah. Firefly's speed breakpoint prior was 155 speed out of combat, which took into account Ruanmei's 10% speed buff, which also took into account the 60 speed buff or so she gets from her ultimate. Again, it's been a long time since I did Firefly speed calcs. I just know that the Firefly breakpoint was 155 speed out of combat. This speed buff potentially allows Firefly to take an extra turn, maybe? I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter because Firefly has 100% uptime on her ultimate anymore. So low-key, this might not do that much for Firefly. It might do more for Rappa and Boot Hill. What are the odds of Linksha becoming the best break DPS with this? It's possible. In certain scenarios, I would say. Linksha always comes with the asterisk of needing AoE. in order to outperform some of the other break DPSs. If she can ult off countdown, that changes everything. Her ult lasts, okay, it lasts 4 turns, but it's a debuff that's applied to the enemy. So like if the enemy takes too many turns, if we're getting too late, then it could wear off faster. But technically, she only needs a 4-turn rotation. Firefly only needs 134 speed now. Yeah, you can run attack boots Firefly now. That's doable. In before Lingsha best DPS in the new AA. I would not be surprised, yeah, if Lingsha is best in the new Anomaly Arbitration. Over the other break DPSs, specifically. Is it fast or slow, Dahlia? Honestly, I mean, she has no other stats to build. Just build her fast. There's no benefit to building her slow. Cause like, what? You want attack boots on her? No, she has no attack scaling. I mean, she has attack scaling, but it's fake. It does no damage. So just build speed boots. Just go. And then in terms of substats, she has no substats required, except for break effect substats. Just build speed. There's no reason not to. Win set Dahlia? Honestly, I could see it. You get more break effect for the team? Yeah, that's why I said build break effect and speed. Those are the only 2 stats she needs. We're going to be seeing a lot of changes in V5. I don't know if we will. What makes you think that? Fast Dahlia so you can get more follow-up attacks? Yeah. More turns is just beneficial for her, so she can refresh some of her turn-based stuff. You hope to change the sustain requirement to Dahlia so we can run sustains with more buffs? I don't think this is a bad thing. This doesn't make, like, sustain better than sustainless. It just makes sustain better than sustain without this. I don't know. It's a weird way of wording it, but it doesn't make sustainless worse, is what I'm trying to say. It just makes sustain better than it otherwise would have been, which I think is completely fine. It's definitely not a sustain requirement, right? Basically, this is a Lingsha buff, and this one's a Firefly buff, so not the Welt sustain. At that point, just run Lingsha. Lingsha's doing more damage than Welt. Lingsha is earning her spot on the team. Like, Lingsha's not just a sustain. Lingsha does enough to justify a spot on the team in a lot of scenarios. Again, sustain this, still really good. But you guys are talking like Lingsha is a brick on the team. I agree, Sheep. It's very similar to Fine on Sustain Trace. YouTube chat is cooking with candle wags? That's all the chats. Wouldn't E1? Oh god, chat's movie cast. You also lose the exclusive buff from the Harmony BP Lycone if you don't run May. Yes, and did I just say yes? Yes, and you also lose out on Watchmaker because no one on the team can use Watchmaker. When you're running all the Nihility people, you know. But like this makes up for the loss of Watchmaker, low-key. So who needs Firefly when you have Lingsha? True. It's the Fugue replacement, not Runmei. I don't think so. The reason you guys are considering probably pairing her with Runmei is because you guys are thinking that her weakness break efficiency will stack with Runmei's weakness break efficiency and double your toughness bar damage. But that's not how weakness break efficiency stacks. It stacks multiplicatively, not additively. So the double weakness break efficiency from pairing Dahlia with Runmei is not going to be as good as you're thinking it's going to be. Obviously, it's still good. It's just not doubling your toughness bar damage the way you think it might. Runmei DPS? Yeah, that's not happening. It's 1.75? Yeah. Dahlia, HMC, and Fugue is the core? For sustain this, yeah. Obviously for sustain, you replace HMC with Lingsha. Again, they're pushing the monofire agenda, is what they're attempting to do. Ultimate is not on an ally, so can't use Watchmaker? Yeah. So you just run Iron Cavalry on her. Shui Yi is finally back to the meta? Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves now. What about the animations? Not out just yet, but they'll be out sometime soonish, probably. E1 Firefly plus E1 Lingsha, Fugue and Dahlia gives 96% Def Shred. Yeah, sounds good. But goes to exactly 100% with plus 2 level Eidolons. Interesting. Thank you so much for following ID Nameless. Surely EMC won't be meta breaking. Well, yeah, we'll see what they cook up with the Elation Path. She's giving like 110% break effect to all allies. You wouldn't miss that by going sustainless. I would. I would. Only in certain scenarios, obviously. Again, Linksha pulls her weight, especially in AoE scenarios. Discord Leaks channel is cooking Super Break Finon? Of course they are. It's weird. They seem obsessed with monocomps as a comp. Yeah, it does feel like they've, like, I don't know, switched in design direction. What about Super Break Fei Xiao? I don't know. Maybe that's a cook. Does Fugue have DPS potential now? Like, no, not really. The toughness bar or the weakness break damage from Fugue's enhanced basic attack is just too little to do any meaningful damage, unfortunately. Dahlia is already out, yes. What are the initial impressions of her? She allows break characters to deal super break damage even when enemies are not weakness broken. So she helps their damage profile a lot. I would describe it actually as being somewhat similar to how I describe Cyrene for Finon. The way I describe Cyrene for Finon is that she fixes the practicality of his damage a lot. And I would say that's the same for Dahlia. The damage practicality of how you dish out your damage. It's just a lot more practical, which helps a lot in not just consistency, because it is just higher damage overall. It's just not just more consistent damage. And also, like, the buffs and the super break multipliers that she gives is also enough to earn her spot anyway. But yeah, she helps break teams deal damage in a more practical manner. And yeah, I would not cook up DPS Fugue. Again, Fugue's enhanced basic attack, the damage is just too low. So the 200% thing from her talent is only for the follow-up attack? Correct, yes. And her follow-up attack doesn't have the highest toughness bar damage, which affects its break damage scaling. So even though this is a really high super break multiplier, it's being applied to an instance of damage that doesn't have very high damage to begin with. So it's not, it's like deceptively high. I wouldn't expect high damage from this. But Fugue's ult does so much damage. Surely Fugue's ult does so much damage. Acheron Dahlia? Of course people are gonna start asking about Acheron Dahlia. Like maybe. We'll see. Not Tetra calling me? Why is Tetra calling me? What do you mean? Let me go idle mode. Let me go HSR screen while I check the Discord. What is Emo Sam doing in mock? I'm not gonna look at mock stuff yet. Are my mods? What are my mods saying? What's going on in the Discord server? No, it's just on the leaks feed. No, they're not saying anything about me, as far as I can see. Let Granny Acheron rest? True. Okay. Trying to post the leaks? Yeah. And thank you for that. Good job. Dahlia for... Did you just say Anaxa plus Firefly? That's not a thing. Oh, in stream announcements? Ugh, what do you want? What do they want from me? Oh, okay. Just memes. Anaxa super rich shenanigan, like it's doable, but is this beta? Do we have new Nova Flare buffs? This is beta. I don't think we have any new Nova Flare announcements, so I guess the answer is no. Because otherwise it would have been leaked, yeah. The new mock boss renders allies unable to deal crit damage under certain situations. What the heck? That's, something. Dahlia's ultimate toughness damage is the highest in the game or AoE, right? Is that not intended? That's like unnerved Silverwolf after the buffs. 30? Yeah, that's high. Right? Like what's a single target ultimate? Archer is a single target ultimate. 30, yeah. She deals like single target ultimate levels of toughness bar damage, but in AoE. That's good. Minus 100 crit. What are they cooking? They're pushing the break agenda. What's Nova? Oh, Nova Flare refers to character buffs, like the Jingliu, Kafka, Silverwolf Blade buffs. There are no buffs to old characters in this version, as far as we can see. Have I played any MMORPG before? Like, Not really. I played. Depends on if some things count. I don't know. Who's getting Nova Flare next? It's never coming again. Low key. I played Blue Protocol for a while when it first came out. Move chat so you can read the skills. I'll do you one better. I'll link it in chat. What about just running HMC with all the super break supports? You mean like DPS HMC? You could do it. But yeah, I mean, sure. What if the 4.x meta is not building crit? Oh dear, that would be... Like, that's fine if the meta is not building crit, but then that's scary if the enemies punish you for trying to deal crit-based damage. We'll see. Dill is gonna get a buff. I hope! I would really like Dill to be one of the ones to get a buff. You really want to see Super Break Face Out? I'll try it once I have access to it. 4.0 meta adds a new stat? As cool as that sounds, I don't want a new dead roll on my relics, you know? Watch 4.0 enemies become more resistant to crit damage. That'll be scary. You just saw her, her Eidolon art, and even her Lycon art heavily leans into the yandere aesthetic. Oh, they just introduced Elemental Mastery to the game, Hazel? I see. Hello, Papyrus. How's the kit so far? The kit is good for break characters, for sure. She allows them to deal super break damage even when enemies are not weakness broken yet, rather. Sample will get an over... Why Sample? Wasn't Sample supposed to get a 5-star version? That's enough of a Nova Flare for him, no? The new battle mechanics is on HomDG now. I'm like scared to go looking for it. I don't know. Where do I... refresh? I don't know. It's under tutorials. You think I know where to look for this? It's also on, yeah, but I'm scared of visiting the Reddit because I don't want to get spoiled on anything, or like I don't want to show any visual leaks, you know? Doesn't Dahlia just do whatever every other break support did? No, because she allows you to do super break damage when the enemy isn't broken yet, so. Got the 3 black dots that are at the top. Hoyoverse is walking on the hunt path right now. Go to tutorials. Where is tutorials? Am I blind? Oh, down here. Okay. Is this gonna? What is this gonna show? I'm scared. Okay. Do you think Dahlia will be good for Rappa even without Fugue? Fugue, I would imagine Fugue is more important for Rappa still. Rappa with and without Fugue is like night and day. Because of the Exo Toughness bar damage. Or not even the damage, but the Exo Toughness bar to give Rappa more stacks. Dahlia's talent isn't some kind of Anaxa skill? What do you mean? Oh, all targets are split between 2 battlefields. Friendly and non-friendly targets cannot attack targets on a different battlefield. A dual battlefield mechanic. What the heck? I've visited the site at least more than 100 times. I've only visited like 1 or 2 pages on this site though, Hazel. You're playing Firefly Rappa Darkstar? Holy cooking. Not the duo break DPS. Like, technically it works, but I don't know. What in the departed state is that? I mean, this one already existed, right? But yeah, this dual battlefield thing is very sus. The ultimate, it applies the weakness of the allies. It applies the weakness of one ally, Papyrus. It only applies the weakness of the ally that you select as your dance partner. Is that for currency wars? I don't think so. Maybe. Isn't that dual battlefield thing from currency? I wouldn't know. I'm just looking at what's in front of me. If you guys know better, I trust you guys. Low-key, Rappa needed the energy more than Firefly. I think Firefly needed it, honestly. Like Firefly having so much downtime after her ultimate was a legitimate issue. So I do think she needed it. But Rappa, they could have just made it for both Firefly and Rappa, you know? Dual battlefield is just cast versus dragon? No. I think it's more like Argenti from APOC. Is what I would guess, but... Do I think Elation Path will allow for Elation members to do joint follow-up attacks to promote a mono Elation team, or are you cooking? I don't think it'll be follow-up attack related, Cats, but I do think they'll push a mono Elation team somehow. Does she help Boot Hill? Yeah, just by proxy of being a good general break support. With like super break multipliers and weakness break efficiency and all that. And her weakness implants and her personal toughness damage is good too. Because again, where is she? She always implants fire weakness with her ultimate, which means she will always be able to contribute her own personal toughness bar damage with her follow-up attacks, because the enemy will always be weak to fire. Quote unquote always, like as long as you have her ultimate on full uptime, but... So she helps with that, alongside her super break multipliers and her weakness break efficiency, on top of allowing Boot Hill and all the other break characters as well to super break damage when enemies are not weakness broken. Dim posted on his Twitter, posted what? The animations? If it's the animations, then I'll look, but otherwise. Okay, let me go check Dim's Twitter then. Her gameplay is tomorrow. Her gameplay should be tonight. Someone said Dim posted, so I'll look. You're gonna be annoyed if Elation really is based on the event we just had. It probably will be, if I were to guess. We don't need to build effect rate on Dahlia, right? Correct. Unless you're running pearls on her, in which pearls needs effect rate. Oh, for those waiting for gameplay, he says, please wait probably for a bit or until someone else does it. I'm feeling pretty sick. Okay, so Dim is feeling sick. It is what it is. No way around that. Every follow-up set avoids her. I mean, she doesn't want the follow-up set. So Firefly is back on top. She's good for Firefly for sure. You only just hopped on. Did I already talk about how bad running her with Runway would be? I talked about how weakness break efficiency doesn't stack the way people think it stacks. Correct, yes. I don't think it's like quote unquote bad to run them together, Shakafro. It's just not as good as people were thinking it is. How's your Lycone? It sounds pretty okay to you, but you don't know how impactful the 32% break vuln is. You feel like a lot of break characters give it. Yeah, the Lycone's good. I don't think the Lycone's anything mind breaking. The Lycone is good because what else are you gonna run on her, right? So Wilt is the implant. Like, not really. Wilt is a separate thing to the implant. They just both exist on here. But no. It's like complicated. The Wilt state isn't the weakness implant, but enemies in like when they're affected by the Wilt state, they have their so like effectively kind of like semantics, whatever. You can think of it that way. E1, S1 Finon, or Cyrene and Finon Lycone. Definitely not E1 Finon. Do not pull for E1 Finon unless you're gonna go all the way for E2 Finon. And yeah, I've seen the next anomaly arbitration thing. You don't see why you can't run Cypher Lycone on? Yeah, if you have Cypher Lycone, that'll be a great pick for her, Sharkafro. Obviously, I'm talking about people who don't have 5-star Lycones, in which case she doesn't really have other options, since you'll theoretically have Pearls on Fugue. You could also run Pearls on her instead, and then you would need something else on Fugue. You have options. Well, you have theoretical options. Some people might not have options, though, is what I'm trying to say. Read her kit. Will she work with all break DPS? Yes. She seems pretty good. She's good for the break archetype for sure. She's very similar to Fugue in that sense. So you can think of her like that. I don't think we're gonna be having any controversies on the level of Cyrene, where like people were up in arms about Cyrene's quote unquote future proofness. I think we all know what we're getting into with Dahlia. We know she's for break and only break. Is it even crazy, or are you misunderstanding it? I don't think it's crazy. Solitary healing tutorial, people are bringing up options. Yes, obviously there are options. There's just nothing like super standout. But you use whatever you have, you know? Do we know if the Dahlia will use new materials or the current Nihility mats? She'll use the current Nihility mats. Are we Giga cooked or are we solid? It looks solid. I haven't gotten any personal hands-on testing with her yet. I expect it to be solid though. I expect her to just always be an increase over Ranmei. Oh my goodness, basketball. Yeah, the E1 is the E1 gives the 60%. The E1 gives the 60% super break damage multiplier to all allies, and then it gives an extra 40% multiplier to the dance partner. So it's just more super break damage. I don't think it's crazy by any means. And this part just does more toughness bar damage, but this doesn't translate to actual super break damage. It's still good. Don't get me wrong, but you can't with the new mock boss. Yeah, I've heard that it punishes dealing crit damage. Should you pull Dahlia or Tribute E1? Probably Tribute E1 is going to be more universal for your account, but maybe not. Like technically, it depends on what characters you have. I would recommend Tribute E1. You're gonna go run some errands. Sounds good, Seal. Have a good time running errands, or best of luck with that. Does the Battle Pass Harmony Sig proc even if the enemy is not broken? I mean, I would have to go look. I don't have that Sig memorized. Where is it? After entering battle, increases all allies. Yeah. Her skill is wild. Her skill does do a lot for break characters, for sure. That new mock boss, super race and break and axe it is. I could also probably do that, honestly. I haven't looked at the specifics of the boss. There's a new DOT being added? What do you mean? Where, Nessipu? You can believe they made the new boss not work with crit. Break is truly the worst archetype. Okay, you guys keep talking about it, so now I have to go looking for it. Where is it? That's APOC. It's the new mock boss. Let me refresh the Reddit. A new DOT type for what the heck? Hold on. Can you guys even see this? I don't know if you guys can see it. Glacial Erosion is a DOT type debuff. When affected by glacial erosion, the target takes ice DOT equal to a certain percentage of their max HP at the start of each turn. Okay, it's like quote unquote new. There was already an ice DOT kind of. Like when enemies are frozen, they technically take ice DOT damage, you know? So like it makes sense to me. It's just they're adding a new term for it, I guess, to prepare for an ice DOT character in the future? Maybe? Yeah, new ice DOT character coming? Maybe. Isn't this basically like Ice Bleed? Yeah. It is. The mock boss mechanic reduces the crit damage of all allies except for the one you choose, so anti-remembrance? Oh, that doesn't sound too bad. It's like dissociation? That is a good way to think about it, Papyrus, yeah. Or does an enemy have this to go against HP meta? I mean, that could be a thing too, but... And not falling on the DOT propaganda? There's DOT propaganda, there's break propaganda, there's all kinds of things going in. So would Heistland's passive include this when this goes live? I could see that, Hazel, for sure, yeah. I think it would make a lot of sense if they add this to Heistland's, to her kit. Imagine a new unit with 3 new DOTs to pair with Heistland's? That would be good, yeah. Let me go this screen while I scroll through the Reddit. Where's the new boss? Not clicking the spoilers there. Wait, which one do I have to click? I'm scared. Maybe it'll make Cyrene do a decent amount of damage. What, the Ice DOT? I don't know about that. Holy DOT enjoys well consider Cyrene now? I would not, no. If they finally made a male DOT character, maybe it'll fall for the propaganda. I feel that. That's the Anomaly Arbitration lineup. Hold on, what's the T here? Let's look at the Anomaly Arbitration. Yep, it's this. Wait, what is this? Oh, these are the knights. Okay, these are the knight modes. Check how many did you get for boss? Yeah, that's true. Night 1. Each time after the enemy target is attacked, the attacker will lose HP equal to 2%. Okay, it's just the same thing here. There's only one wave? That's weird, no? Interesting. Is that just the Bug Boss and Iker Bot? Yeah. That's Iker and Sting. You got Fugue, you really regret it. You don't want any of the break DPSs. Yeah, that's rough. For every 1% HP the enemy target loses, reduces crit damage dealt to them. Wait, this is the same as the current Knight 2. Like, it is a break shill, but it's just the same. I don't know. This is super brute forceable, though. Like, you can still use crit DPSs to brute force this. That's what I'm gonna do. Ice DOT with Kafka is pretty OP. 2 times max HP shave per Kafka. That's not how the max HP scaling of Bleed or the new Ice Erosion will work. The max HP is only up to a cap. Presumably. Like, obviously, they can make it so the Ice Erosion works differently. I obviously don't know exactly how the mechanic is going to work, but check final boss? I will, yeah. And then Knight 3, enemy targets take immediate action after being attacked 6 times. This tally resets at the start of the enemy's turn. What? Okay. After the enemy target uses an attack, it randomly causes 5%. No! No! They took the action delay from Aquila, and they moved it here. It's better here, because this is obviously easier than Aquila, but this was the most cringe thing I've ever seen. This is how they punish -1 speed setups with Sunday. Every single character gets action delayed by a different amount. So you cannot predict how it's going to affect your speed tuning. like it's fine because at least it's on the night mode. At least it's not on the final boss mode, so it's better, but still like one of the most annoying mechanics they've ever implemented in the game. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We struggling with Knight 3 again. Also, what are these HP bars? I don't know. I don't remember to compare how these HP bars compare to the ones we have currently. When our animation leaks for Dahlia, like Dim said someone else might get them out tonight, but the person who usually does the animation leaks is feeling sick tonight, Eugenario, so they might not have it out for a while. And then we have the Sunday boss. What do we got for the buffs? Increases all ally targets break effect, of course. And break vulnerability. Okay, increases all allies attack when using the train. Additionally, increases all allies attack. Okay, it's just an attack buff. Is that an infinitely stacking attack buff? But this is like only in the 3rd wave, Loki. So like, how much does it really matter, you know? Finon can't get delayed during his ult? Correct, yeah. Your Finon Sunday do not see because they cannot read. Now, what else aside from attack are we building? Just speed and break effect. Crit is not needed, Nick Krillin. Just ignore all the attack and crit scaling. Just build speed, break effect, and defensive stats. You're scared of next anomaly arbitration? You got this. I believe in all of you. Check the de-empowered debuff mechanic. Okay, I will. Increase all ally targets damage by 50% after an ally uses an attack. Applies a weakness corresponding to this unit's type to the attacked enemy target. This effect is removed when the enemy target... Okay, sure. I don't know. The Dahlia is like Albedo. I can see the comparison, yeah, for sure. Defensive, you figured attack because of her scaling? Her attack scaling is fake. You're never going to build her to deal damage with her attack scaling. Just like you don't build HMC with attack or crit stats, right? HMC is also attack scaling, but you don't build for it. Enemy target initially has 3 stacks of resilient armor. Each stack reduces damage taken by 15%. Oh god. Enemy targets lose 1 stack of resilient armor each time their toughness is reduced. Okay. Definitely a break shill. Can Archer brute force this? Listen. I believe the Archer can do anything. Like, at what cost investment? Who knows, but... Okay, when entering combat, the depowered thing reduces ally target's energy by 50%. What? Oh my god, it's Stygian Onslaught! And decreases their energy regeneration rate by 50% outside of their turn for 2 turns. Save me, Cyrene, I guess. What the heck? Like, this won't affect Cyrene, so that's good. Yeah, special energy shielding is exactly what it is, Hazel. Yeah, it's literally Stygian Onslaught, Cyrene shill, and Cast shill. True, yeah. But like Cass's teammates need their energy, so not as much of a Cass shill, cause like that's gonna be rough for Hyacinth to start with, but and that is a target against Tribby. I did not know you had a Tribby hate boner though, Silza. I don't understand it, but that is it's actually targeted towards Tribby, because Tribby gets most of her energy outside of her turn. But they reduce Tribby's energy regen outside of her turn specifically. So it's literally targeted for Tribby. And mainly only Tribby. Interesting. Wonder how Aglaya energy passive will work? That is a little scary. Because Garment Maker's turn is technically outside of Aglaya's turn, right? So Garment Maker's energy generation for Aglaya is going to be worse. Poor Aglaya. You only started hating Tribby after people say E1 is better than E2 Cyrene? You let people's opinions affect you too much, Silza. You should just not listen to it. I don't know. Targeting Tribby so Cyrene can have it. Yeah, it is permanent 5 targets. So if they didn't target Tribby, she would have been so good here. But now they have specifically targeted her, which is painful. What team does this even... It's not like specifically shilling a team. It's more of an anti-Tribby shill. Super Break doesn't care much about energy. Well, the main thing is that it affects out of turn energy regeneration, which is mainly Tribby's playground. Robin too, but like Robin in 2025. I'm joking. Robin's still good, but this affects Robin's energy generation as well. Just drop the DDD and Tribby is still decent here. Yeah, especially E1 Tribby, because E1 Tribby still has all of her... But like... yeah, how much is this going to affect Tribby's ultimate uptime? Surely not that much. We'll see. Oh god, Hazel, yeah. Poor Kafka. Kafka is getting hurt here. We'll see. I'll have to test this. But this sounds pretty awful for Tribby. They're really making it hard to reduce 0 cycles. I mean, this is an anomaly, but yeah. And then Unending Refinement. After the enemy target takes damage, reduces damage taken by this unit by 2%, and reduces crit damage taken by 4%, stacking up to 10 times. Okay, sure. These stacks are cleared when the enemy target's turn begins, or when they enter the weakness break state. Okay. So if you weakness break them, you can clear that. That's fine. So everyone running Fire Planner now on a Firefly team? Yeah. Or on break teams, because Dahlia permanently applies fire weakness. Quote unquote permanently, as long as you have full uptime on her ultimate. Yeah. You're cooking, Zura. Will I be pulling for Constance? I will not. I do have Firefly, but I'm low-key abandoning her, so I probably won't be pulling Dahlia for my Firefly. My Firefly can just stay where she is, and instead I'm going to invest into Cyrene, because I like the characters that Cyrene buffs a lot more, the Crisis Heirs. So yeah, it's Cyrene stocks for me. Good thing Anomaly Arbitration rewards are... Yeah, you definitely do not need to stress too much about Anomaly Arbitration. And then Zugzwang is just everything, but even worse. Very funny. What do you mean energy regeneration is reduced by 100%? What do you mean? It's fine. You just realized, who will Dahlia be replacing in Firefly Sustainless? Runmei? It would be Runmei, yeah. Probably, like, I'll have to test it. I'm considering that. I am Cyrene. I really am. And it's not even by choice. Like, I didn't want to be the strongest soldier for Finite and Cyrene teams, but that's somehow what I became. Because I have to fight everyone who thinks she's bad. It's fine, though. Would you say Boot Hill benefits the least from Constance? I don't know. Boot Hill and Rappa are kind of in similar places. How deep are you going to pull for Cyrene island-wise? I want E2 Cyrene, but I have 30 pulls. So, with 30 pulls in a dream to reach the E2 Cyrene. Don't check a new Amphorius boss? Okay, I'll try not to. You're assuming this doesn't affect percent-based energy regen like Firefly skill? Probably, yeah, you're probably correct. Do you think they're going to make any more 4-stars ever? Maybe in the next planet. We'll see. I'm honestly not optimistic. 30 for now. Still got your story pulls, I guess. Will it affect Herda? The out of turn energy? Yes, it will. You meant the new Sam? You're scared Finance isn't enough to beat him? Like the one in the next mock? Finance fine against the new Sam. The 11 million HP Sam. Okay, let me go HSR screen, because I'm scared to show the Reddit. And let me keep scrolling down the Reddit. We have the Pure Fiction lineup. Okay. Looks fine. Another Herda shell. 2.8 mock lineup. Okay, we can look at the new boss here. Let me bring you guys back on screen. Okay. You're crying for the Amphoria's boss. Oh no, it's the Calamity boss I'm seeing here. Makes sense. Okay, good night, Papyrus. Thank you so much for being here. Whoa, okay, we really zoomed in. Low-key zoomed in too much, okay. We did the math. You have a decent enough chance to not fumble your highest in pulls that. Oh, I thought you were saying to not fumble my E2 pulls, but. And yeah, Vitor, I agree that Firefly bypasses the thing. It's clearly a Firefly shill for sure. Take a small look at the new Amphoria's boss. Yeah, I'm looking. Not getting spoilered. Maybe it's for the well, there's no spoilers here. Like this doesn't mean anything. But let me at the start of each wave, recover. Oh, I would have to look at the boss mechanic, right? It's not going to be here. I would have to find the okay. Maybe I'll look for it on Hamdijikat. At the start of each wave, recovers 4 skill points for allies. What? Why? Yeah, it's for Archer? Why is it for Archer? Is Archer going away this patch and they want to shill him? Like, don't get me wrong. I love Archer, but it's random. It's just random to suddenly have an Archer shill mock buff. Like, out of nowhere. For DOT2, like, I guess. Oh, don't go to the Amphoria's boss? Okay, I won't look at it then. When ally targets use skill or consume skill points, add 1 hit. Okay. At the start of each cycle, yep, okay. I mean, the skill points are nice for Archer, I guess. Archer, no, this is mock. This is not PF. Oh, but I didn't look at the PF. I can go look at the PF next. Won't that mock linger to Elation patch? Yeah, I think so. The Amphoria's boss is going to be on mock, yeah. 11 million HP, which is the same HP as Sam. So at least the HP didn't go up by too much. I don't know the boss mechanics yet, so I don't know. I can't say much. Ew! What the heck? Not the DOT enemy. This is like my least favorite enemy in the whole game. Not really. I probably have more enemies that I hate more, but I just don't want to see this thing here anymore. At least it's physical weak, I guess, for Finon, but yeah, I hate the DOT fish. It's a manta ray, but I agree. Archer obviously gonna cook this side really well. That's great. And then yeah, this is a DOT break and Finon side. Makes sense. Okay. Let me hide screen again while I check out Pure Fiction. Oh, I zoomed in a lot. Pure Fiction lineup. Okay, bring you guys back on screen. Okay. It's a new Sam. The Amphoria's boss is another oh, okay. I don't know what we're talking about. Pure Fiction. What do we got here? After allies use skill to attack enemy targets, okay, yeah. Oh, it's an action advance. Pure Fiction. After an ally uses their skill to attack enemy targets, okay, yeah. Oh, this one's so OP, by the way. The true damage after using skill. That's so good for Finon and Anaxa. Don't look at the new boss. I won't. We have Hule. Oh, would you look who's back? Hule decided he had taken too much of a break from the game. He wasn't in endgame content enough. So Hule is coming for the next Pure Fiction. Hule is also the next Memory of Chaos. Hule is in the 3.7 Memory of Chaos, rather, is how I should say it. So Hule back in the 3.7 mock, and then back again in the 3.8 Pure Fiction. He just always needs to be here. The Amphoria's boss related story spoiler? Yeah, okay, I won't look at it. And then yeah, Quantum, Ice Week, really good for Cass, Evernight, Herda. Cyrene. Oh, yeah, you have the 4 skill point recovery and PF as well. So that's why you were suggesting Archer and PF. Maybe it'll be doable. Hold my... Oh my god, you guys are building up this Amphorius boss a lot. I'm not gonna look at it, but yeah. Hule is like the employee of the year. What? He just never stops showing up. True. Yeah, Constant's gameplay leaks should be sometime soonish, hopefully. You haven't seen that deer in ages? I also feel that way. It's been so long since we saw Xerneas. Okay, these are the buffs, like, low-key don't matter that much. And then last but not least, let me look at the APOC. Hello, 09. How is Dahlia? She's like basically what I expected. Weakness break efficiency, and she allows toughness bar damage. Or not toughness bar damage, she allows super break damage, even when the enemy isn't broken, so. Second half looks like cast food for sure, yeah. What did I think of the Durin buff, by the way? Oh, I'll talk about the Durin stuff after this. Don't talk about that nightmare deer. Xerneas' geomancy. Okay, APOC. It's an action advance skill point recovery APOC. So no ult recovery in the APOC. Oh, and okay, yeah. We have Argenti. It's been a long time, Argenti, and we have this guy. Already got spoiled if you saw Hoyo live, though. Oh, yeah, I mean, I've seen it, because Hoyo showed it, yeah. What am I running is what I'm trying to figure out. Just fine on Anaxa, I guess. I don't know. Archer cooking in all 3 modes. Because of the skill point recovery? Yeah, that's fair. What are the buffs, though? Increased break damage. First character in the lineup ignores 50%. Okay, that's really good for Finon. When consumed skill points, crit damage increases. Okay, Archer. Watch Mighty still be asked for this? They're both imaginary weak. Mighty will be fine, surely. When there are 3 ally member sprites or more currently on the field, okay. Remembrance Shill. Speed buff for DOT. And then, Herda Shill, okay. When any character following Path of Erudition in the team. So yeah, I can Anaxa on this side. My main DPS Anaxa. I was talking about using Anaxa against the banana enemies. Argenti showing up in more endgame than banners? I mean, that's just how it goes, though, right? Characters just disappear from the banners after a while. Funny that Mighty can use the first buff, but only with Cyrene, RMC, Hyacin. Oh, yeah. Which is like one of his better teams anyway, so it's interesting. Finon and Anaxa as usual? Yeah, that's kind of just gonna be my go-to for a while. Dahlia gonna replace Runmei? It looks like it. I'll know for sure once I get to test her out, though. Please, Argenti get buffed. He could use it, for sure. By that logic, Hule should be on banners by now. Where's the Fei Xiao rerun? That's basically Mrs. Hule, right? Oh yeah, Banana Boss is gonna be really good for Rappa. And then Argenti Boss is gonna be really good for Firefly and Boot Hill. Find out in Anaxa as if you have any other options. Listen, I could technically Jing Yuan. I could technically Archer on Argenti. Just pull E2 Sirens so everyone and their mother can use the first buff with RMC and Hyacin. I mean, I don't have Hyacin, but I am planning on trying for E2 Hyacin. Hyper Bloom on PF. Yeah. You have my Firefly is not clearing. Okay, it's not. It's just not happening. I have like none of the vertical investment for Firefly. She is E0, S0, and she's using Harmony Trailblazer and an E0, S0 Runmei. And Gallagher. Like, my Firefly does not clear. No matter how much they shill Firefly, my Firefly is not clearing. Have I seen the new boss mechanics? I haven't directly seen it, but chat has been talking about it, yeah. Which is a little scary. This looks like a Kanish and Skirk angle? True! Wait, it's never a Skirk angle, low-key. They stopped chilling Skirk after like 1 week. I don't even like attend Genshin Impact stuff enough to have a real opinion on it. I'm just memeing. Got the Firefly on the shelf like a good... Listen, I got a good amount of usage out of my Firefly during her shilling period, so... I don't like hardcore regret it. Obviously, if I could refund her right now, I would, but you don't want to be negative or anything, but 3.8 is not very appealing to you. Yeah, that makes sense if you're not a break player. You wish it was 1 week. Skirk shield was the worst. I wasn't even playing the game when Skirk came out, so. Oh, DU or the SU mode, hard shield, Firefly. Yeah, oh, I do remember a lot of the break buffs in DU for Firefly. Okay, those are all the upcoming endgame modes. Exit out. Okay. Yeah, I'm not clicking on these spoilers. Thank goodness they have spoiler blocks over them. What else is here on the Reddit? Okay, just infographics, no DOT type, yada yada. No animations yet from Dim. Let me see. Okay, yeah, nothing. Fair enough. On the Discord, it's just gonna be the HSR leaks feed. Okay. Okay. Let me actually do my dailies then. Check Amphorius, new boss. No. I was told not to check it. I was told it would be too spoilery, so I'm gonna not look. Dim is sick? Yeah, I saw on his Twitter. Firefly helped you 2-star anomaly. Oh yeah, the puppets makes sense. I have to keep farming remembrance materials because Cyrene is out tomorrow, right? It's literally tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow is the big Cyrene stream, which by the way, I'll remind everyone again at the end of the stream, but I will be doing a Cyrene viewer polls tomorrow. And not this screen. And during tomorrow's stream, while I'm doing Cyrene viewer polls, I will be giving away a free monthly pass every other hour. So several lucky people in chat will win a free monthly pass from me. This is a type of giveaway I do every few banners during like quote unquote important banners. So I ran the same giveaway during Finon's banner, and I ran the same giveaway during Cerrutor's banner, and I'll be running it again during Cyrene's banner. All you have to be is be present in chat, and when I open the giveaway, you type !raffle in the chat. You can just follow everyone's lead tomorrow. You'll get the hang of it tomorrow. So as long as you're there to enter the giveaway, you will have a chance to win a free monthly pass every other hour again. So how is Dahlia? Is she worth pulling if you invest it in the premium Firefly? I mean, she looks good for Firefly for sure. It's as big of a spoiler as the 3.4 story boss is. What was the 3.4 story boss again? I low-key forgot. You just got here. Does Dahlia improve Firefly teams or just a side grade to existing teams? I imagine she's a pretty big improvement agent too. Obviously, I haven't gotten hands-on testing. Aquila was 3.3, no? Lygus was 3.4? Lygus was 3.5, no? Am I... Am I mistaken? I'm getting like... There was no boss in 3.4, right? It was 3.3 Aquila, 3.5 Lygus. There was no new boss in 3.4. Well, Flameweaver was the story boss in 3.4, but Flameweaver obviously was already an enemy long before that, so. Preload soon? Nice. Anyway, I am prepping my Cyrene build. That's what you meant? It was the Finon face Flameweaver? Yeah. Oh, because that was a... Oh, in terms of, like, that's how big of a spoiler it is? The maskless Kaslana Flameweaver? Okay, then I definitely won't look. I think you know who the new Amphorius boss... Well, with all the hints you guys have been giving me, I sure know. Like, I'm pretty sure I can make a pretty decently educated guess now with all the hints chat has been dropping. But it's fine. I would have guessed it anyway. Like, it's fairly obvious, but... I'm just saying... You guys were not being subtle. You guys suck at being subtle. But again, it's completely fine. I won't. I'm playing him. Okay, we just thrown subtlety out the window. Okay, fair enough. The hints did the opposite of keeping it a secret. Yeah. Am I doing viewer polls for reruns too? Yeah, for sure. If you want me to do polls for the other characters alongside Cyrene, you can definitely ask for that. Just make sure to DM me on Discord so that I remember to have you added to the list. Yeah, only one day until patch 3.7. But again, if you asked me to make any predictions about the boss, I would have told you the boss is Iron Tomb Finon, and it's going to be related to Finon. So, fairly harmless, quote unquote spoilers. Calamity boss is not the Amphibious boss, by the way. Yeah, I don't even know what any of these names are. What is it, Dingus? Oh, he doesn't do a good job at not spoiling. Also, it's just very obvious where the story was building towards. Oh, 3.8 boss is the big spoiler? Okay, I won't look then. At least it wasn't Madame Iron Tomb. Yeah, Madame Herda Tomb. Wouldn't it surprise you? They've been hinting at it for like 4 patches. Yeah. They've built up to it. Dingus didn't know the boss. I mean, technically, I'm also just speculating, right? Ruberta the Third. Wait, the name Ruberta kind of cooks, no? And yeah, Hoyo also doesn't try to hide it. Least believable, plausible deniability. True. Okay, I don't need like enough remembrance stuff to max Cyrene out, because I'm like not leveling her enhanced basic anyway. So, and her ultimate also doesn't need levels. Only her skill and talent. Or which of those affects her? Oh, her Member Sprite skill also needs levels. All of her Member Sprite stuff. Off topic, but did I see the Durin buffs? Yeah, I'll talk about the Durin buffs. I guess I could just talk about the Durin buffs now. I'm very happy with where Durin is currently at in his current state. Durin is looking very good. Like, is Durin Genshin? Yes, Durin is the Genshin character. Are the animations out yet? They are not. The person who usually does the animations is feeling sick while asleep, so they might be delayed more than usual. Durin is apparently the second best pyro DPS by a long shot. Yeah. And we love that for him, and they better not nerf him. And now the thing I will say is that it's hard for me to play DPS Durin because my Scaramouche also needs the same supports, but better than Arlecchino, yes. Current Durin, his teams are calcing higher DPS than Arlecchino. He's only below Movica, and even then he's technically matching Movica at lower cost. Like, he doesn't require... Well, Movica also has 2 costumes. Like, I don't know. It's a little... The most important thing is that he's matching Movica. But I mean, who isn't lower than Movica? Yeah. Okay, he's not matching Movica's, like, cringe. Her cringe rotations. Like, Movica has ways to... you're not biased at all. I'm not talking about bias, though, Maderded. I feel like I'm fairly not biased when I discuss character strength. The propaganda, the Movica propaganda, excluding that cringe stuff that no one really does, Durin is able to comfortably match Movica. So yeah. Movica, the 160k comp, you're all in the know. Very neat. Just give me 1 second, chat. All right. We're chilling. No worries, chat. No worries. Okay, you generally the Natlan meta? Yeah, the Natlan meta is a little rough. Also, DU reset, so let's play through DU. We might as well. Oh, chat can go ahead and redeem characters that they want to play. No worries, Flamestar, no worries. About your Finance Irene video, you were confused when I said that your supports having Blonde Rat can give Finon a 4th turn in the first cycle. How is that so? Because it gives Finon his ultimate at an earlier action value. So the earlier Finon enters his ultimate, the more turns he gets within the first cycle, if that makes sense. I already. Oh, you just want me to do a random Welt team? Whatever. Let me just. Flamestar, can you handle it? Thank you. You were waiting for the Dahlia animation stocks? Yeah. Okay, Oryxish, which character would you like? Use all 4-star. Well, chat gets to decide which character. Oh, pick a gadget character. It's fine. I assume you meant pick an HSR character. So you can pick a character. No one wants Welt. Is Dahlia a yandere? Like, yes. When you said base speed for Finon, that was attack boost? Yeah. Is Monofire Break Team Firefly's best team? Presumably, yes. I'll need to test it first. Chat's moving. This Welt bit needs to be... I agree, Hazel. I'm tired of the Welt bit. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble tracking what everyone's picking. Did someone pick Blade? Okay, we can do Blade Welt. Dahlia making Face Shout a super break DPS because she deals ×2 toughness. But I did see something about that, Andrew. Or I saw people theorizing about Face Shout super break because Face Shout does get the increased toughness damage. We'll have to see how good it actually ends up being. Blade, Welt, Asta, thank you for keeping track of that for me. And then obviously I'm just gonna run Hipta as a sustain. And Threshold Protocol 1 because what even is this team? So. But yeah, back on the Duran topic, even though this is like, I don't know. We have 2 fire characters in the beta right now, by the way. In Genshin. Oh, Blade with a shield? You're right. I need to change that. I was not paying enough attention. This is good for Blade. Destruction, Remembrance, sure. But both Genshin and HSR have fire characters in the beta right now, which is interesting. Surely Blade with a shield? I'm changing it. You do love the low-cost DPS Serene teams with Asta. I honestly haven't seen them. Also, go ahead and pick a character. Natasha! Oh, is Hyacinth better sustained than Lingsha for Herta? I personally think so. Yes, Icy Hot. Yes, I personally prefer Hyacinth. Okay, we have Natasha. Okay, she's using her trial build, so we'll see. The Durmuff was funny though, because most of it comes from a passive change, and it does not look that crazy on the surface. The actual number of changes are small. Yeah, like, they nerfed his multipliers from Black Mode, but the passive change is really good. What would Duran's DPS team be? It's, for on-field Duran, it's Duran, Mona, and then C6 Bennett and Farina. You need C6 Bennett so that he can infuse Pyro on his normal attacks. Otherwise, he can't, obviously, he has no Pyro infusion in his kit, obviously, so... Yeah. And then Mona is just insane with Duran all around. And then you need Farina to help apply enough Hydro for Duran to vape while he's on field. And Farina also enables Maréchaussée Hunter because Duran has no good artifact sets, so... C6 Bennett seeing the lead. C6 Bennett has been good. Happy Farina is getting another best in slot. Nice. I don't even know if I can spare the Bennett and Farina for him since my Scaramouche needs those characters. So I'll probably have to sandbag my Duran a little bit. Put Surridra on Duran's team? Basically. Because you're putting Farina. Farina is only best in slot because he has no good sets though. Her off-field Hydro is also really convenient for him. Let's go Wealth Domain. You won't prioritize Duran? No, because my Duran's gonna be stronger anyway, right? Duran doesn't need the help as much as Skara needs the help, basically, is my logic. Like Skara needs the strong supports way more than Duran needs the strong supports on the team. Does buff Venti replace Farazan in Wanderer teams? He's, replace is a strong word. He's usable in place of Farazan. I wouldn't say replace. Yeah, I'll have C6 Duran, so keep that in mind. Duran needs the help much less than my C6 Scaramouche. You're waiting for Varka to draw? I'm also waiting for Varka, yeah. Buff Venti is a DPS. He's a DPS and a support, Ternari. He still has supportive capabilities. But yes, he was mainly buffed for his main DPS playstyle. Which I love. I'll definitely be looking to play some Venti DPS. And like, eventually, I would also love to get even Venti Eidolons. Venti Constellations, rather. But I need to prioritize Durin. So, you hate how Venti's burst is still awkward because of the spacing against bosses? Yeah, I can feel that. Venti getting his third stick. I hope Venti's banner is with Durin so that their weapons are on the same banner. That would be so good for me. So that I could go for both of their weapons at the same time. We'll go Welt Domain. Welt Domain? I said Welt Domain. We'll go Wealth Domain. You still have no idea if Venti has his infusion or not on his burst? He has infusion on his burst still, yes. The change they made to Venti was that his C1 additional arrows used to also infuse, which was bad, because that's less animo damage. They're doing different element damage. But they changed it so his C1, the extra arrows from his C1, now also deal animo damage, so that's better for his damage.
Take them.
So eventually, one day, I will go for Venti Constellations. What's the point of the Everflame Mansion characters that work for destroying a certain path if they're already a lore raptor going after the path? I don't know. I'm not the lore expert, Z-Star. Nonetheless, about the Everflame Mansion, you would have to ask someone else. Did not realize you can change teams on the fight. What? Medarded? You didn't know you could that's been a thing forever, Medarded. Being able to just change teams at a whim into you. They nerfed Venti, unfortunately, though, and he doesn't give 50 damage bonus to enemy units off field. Oh, that does not sound correct, Nesipu. So he's not SC5 Farazan segment. You might have read something incorrectly, Nesipu. I don't think that's correct. Otherwise, I would have heard more about it. I'll look at the Reddit right now to make sure, but the Genshin leaks. You thought it was always to the active character. Are you saying he doesn't get his own damage bonus or what? Like, what are we saying here? Do I have to go to HomDGCat to see all the different? Ugh. It was okay. I'm just gonna let chat talk about it. Yeah, I don't think anything changed for Venti. Okay, let's use this scuffed team against the gorilla. Just checked on HomDGCat. Yeah, I also we need to restart so we can instantly activate Ass's ultimate. What did you ask? You were half AFK. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure the Venti thing didn't change, right? This looks like a fire team in 1.x. Asta's the only fire. Oh, by fire team you mean good team, Akishira? I thought you meant like a mono fire team, because we've been discussing mono fire stuff. You just mean a good team for 1.x? I guess. You can confirm, by the way, the Calamity boss earlier was not a story spoiler. Okay.
I will dispatch the fight.
Oh, I didn't blade ult because I was reading chat. It's fine. Yeah, the animo damage buff is for the active character when they trigger a swirl. So a DPS, Harmony, Nihility, and Sustain. Yeah, it technically has something from all of the paths, I guess. I don't know. Natasha's basic attack? What do you want me to do with her? Blade was full HP. Now we can start doing some heals. Probably for Verka, I guess. Yeah. Venti's buff is definitely made with Verka in mind. Which I'm happy about. I would love to play those two together. Those are my boys. Super Break Welt? Wait, you're cooking. With Dahlia? And then you can really run sustainless, true.
That paradise may be unreachable. Savor it for me.
Aegisar would never buff 4 stars, yeah. Next time would be funny to suggest Harmony Trailblazer. I would play some Super Break. We should play some Super Break stuff, honestly, today. In honor of Dahlia's leaks, we should do Super Break shenanigans. Super Break Asta might actually be kind of decent. She does give a speed buff to the whole team. Not that it matters too much, but like quote unquote decent, right? To be fair, 3.8 boss is just a reskin boss. Oh, I see.
Oh, let's see.
I mean, maybe we should low-key stop talking about the boss. They removed the extra sentence that said Venti can trigger this effect even when off-field.
Stand down. A blade no
I assume it doesn't change anything. Otherwise, I would have seen more uproar about it. Oh, Super Break Mighty? No, you've gone too far. Ice Nihility incoming? Maybe. It does feel like they could be setting up for that for sure. Firefly making her comeback after 6 months. Wait! We should do a Firefly clear. This one, I guess? I don't know. But like, this does nothing for Firefly. I don't know. You want? Well, what do we want, Hazel? Super Big Natasha? Ain't no way. This is like, none of these are like good for Firefly though. But I should do a Firefly clear. Wait, but Firefly needs her teammates. So, what are we doing here? We go with Blazer, I guess. I don't have Lingsha. Oh, Harmony is good. And Super Break Arlen, not happening. Okay, they receive Fire DOT. This is only difficulty 1. Who needs a shield? Okay, listen, we did one fight with this team. We're gonna do the Firefly team now. You can change your redeem to runmate if you're already putting Firefly. I'm just gonna do the Firefly team. This team got one fight. It's chill. Asta VA is also Mona, yeah. Oh wait, what am I doing with this team? Sampo, what are you cooking? Fine, I'll do a Sampo Firefly team. How about that? Where is Firefly? Oh, I already picked her. Okay, and we'll just throw in Gallagher. Not redeeming, just curious. Can Miss Hyacine substitute for Lingsha? Like, technically, I guess. It's funny how Mona ended up being the real upgrade for Milani teams. Durin's good for her too, though. Isn't Mighty a destruction unit? Use him with either... Oh my god, stop cooking the Super Break Mighty. Ain't no way. Have you gonna Super Break without HMC or Fugue? True. I mean, it's cooked no matter what, because chat chooses my team. So like, I don't know. What can I do about it? So let's reroll this into a Harmony. Not Elation Harmony. I want a different one because I'm not gonna have follow-ups. Did Constance Kit cook or is it cooked? It looks good for break characters, Jonathan. It's good if you're playing the teams that she wants, basically. No, give me the good Harmony equation. Okay, this one's good. Yeah, that's the one we want. Okay. Super Break Anaxa was kind of OP versus Kool-Aid in APOC. Yeah, and I mean Anaxa in general is just OP versus Kool-Aid. What team is this run for? It's for the sadists in chat. That's who it's for. Oh, that's not what I meant to enhance. It's fine. Cringe. No, I can't get that one. Whatever. I'm overwriting these ones. Listen, I'm gonna play the cringe sample thing for a little bit. Because it was redeemed. AKA, I've promised that it'll get played now, so. I kind of have to commit. Super Break Venti? That's just Hyper Bloom Venti. Because Hyper Bloom is just the Super Break of Genshin. Okay, that's really good. Let's just move on. The store. The Super Break Dahlia. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. There is a Dahlia in Genshin. Low key, the better Dahlia, but it's fine. I said it. You heard me right. I said what I said. How does Super Break Japard make me feel? Wait, Japard can freeze enemies with his skill, so Japard can activate the new Ice DOT. We could have DOT Japard. Just a Firefly team, but with Sample for some reason. Basically, yes. Surprise you cannot beat Surprise Baptism. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Pinning 2 queens against... True! Japard SP, sure. I would love a Japard SP. Ice DOT, yeah, we got leaks about a new Ice DOT mechanic, Ternari. We'll see what it ends up being used for, but it is technically a thing now. Okay, give me my 3-star equation. Very nice. All you care about is a Firefly SP? Does she need it? Just give her the Nova Flare instead. I don't know. Oh, the Dahlia's Lycon art is insane. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the artistry of the everything related to the Dahlia, really. Although her Eidolons are, you know, something. Okay, we're just gonna go Occurrence Domain. We're gonna avoid fights as much as we can with this team. Because who knows what Sampo is doing here. The thigh is insane. It's very yandere coded for sure. Destroy all curios. Curios. Do I need any of these? Some of these are good, honestly. I kind of want to keep them. I'll just obtain for... We'll do this one. Yeah, destroy the cuckoo clock. That's good. Thoughts on Genshin crossover with HSR? I would be super down for it, honestly. Like, technically it depends on what characters would be in the crossover, but I would be excited for it. You love how she looks, but she's giving industry plant? What, like Fugue? Because she's a throwaway break character right at the end of a version? I think the Fugue comparison is apropos, but I don't think that makes her bad, right? Like, I think that's fine. For people who want to upgrade their break teams, it's fine for them to get an upgrade here, you know? Can you just not throw away the negative curio? Oh, that's what I did. Herda and Genshin, imagine Dainsleif and HSR before Dainsleif and Genshin. That would be funny. Finon and Genshin would be great. Also, I should have Firefly ulted, but I was reading chat. Is Dahlia good for Finon? You're new? No, I would not pull her for Finon. If you're looking for a new support for your Finon, Cyrene is coming up. Or I would probably recommend that you just save for Saridra if you want a support for your Finon. Saridra is going to be the best character you could pull for your Finon. Whenever she comes back onto the banner. Imagine Farina as yet another remembrance support for Cass. Oh no. I mean, she would be though. Based on her kit. Herda as a Hexen Circle member. Wait, that would be... those would be some fun interactions. Does Herda low-key just cook them, though? In terms of power scaling, like... HSR characters power scale so much higher than Genshin characters, so... I don't know. You're redeeming Dill or Fine... No, it's supposed to be a Firefly run today, Aubrey. We have to do a Firefly run today. In order to pay tribute to the Dahlia's leaks. You saw a fun theory that Tevat was a scepter. That sounds interesting. I don't know if I believe it, but that does sound interesting. She deserves none. Crazy work. We don't know how the Four Shades and anything above scales. That's fair. I mean, I barely know anything about the Four Shades in general, low-key, so. Just passing through to wish everyone a good night, Zool. You overworked at League Speed? Thank you, Zool. You're always overworking, Zool. One of the more overworked mods. Thank you so much. What light cone is Ronmei on right now, by the way? Okay, she is on Memories of the Past. She's chilling. Screwlim and Genshin and Dainsleif and Star. That would be an amazing way to troll. Isn't Finon a destruction unit? What are we... Listen, chat has been trying to cook up the Super Break Finon agenda. We are not falling for it. We are not humoring it. Sure.
So this is the warmth of life.
The Four Shades confuse you? Because controlling time and stuff like that seems impossible in the wider universe? Yeah, I don't have the answers for you. Why is Steam Tim? And I am but a slave to chat, so. Leaks were saying we're getting a walkable screw. That's like the most troll thing they could ever do. Releasing a Screwlim that we can walk around with but not play with? Like, at that point it's got to be intentional trolling, no? Can Gallagher get us the clear here? Low-key, a Gallagher carry. Oh, but it doesn't die. Wait, Sampo? Oh, no, it's fine. It's because we don't have any super break on the team. We don't have Harmony main character, so. When does the version? The version drops tomorrow, Undead Fishman. It drops tomorrow when I'm streaming. So you can know for sure that Cyrene is up on the banner when I'm streaming tomorrow. What am I pressing here? You want Misha? I'm gonna replace Sampo with Misha. Because I'm keeping Firefly. How early am I doing the pulling list? As soon as the banner goes live. Am I gonna show the animations? Are they out, Neo Mike? I didn't hear that they were out. I can check the Reddit. It doesn't look like they're out yet. To let me watch you pull Cyrene or not? Up to you. Your redeem didn't mean anything. I'm sorry. What did you redeem, Aubrey? Let me like go looking. I don't know. It's hard for me to see. Nope, it's not out yet. Yeah, I didn't think so. Otherwise, chat would have told me. It doesn't matter. Hello. We'll go Misha. Listen, I need to keep with the team. I need to keep the Firefly team. What am I gonna do if I replace Ron May? Like.
Protect everyone too.
Dill or Finon for Aubrey, but then it's just gonna become a Finon team, so I have to do Dill. I guess I can have a skill point generator Dill. Okay. Was there no pre-download for Cyrene yet? Yeah, the pre-download got delayed apparently. But it'll be soon. Oh god, I have to fight. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if the team can do it. Oh, I needed to instantly Firefly ult again. Low key, let's restart. So that we can instantly Firefly ult. I have to implant Fire Weakness on you. Gallagher can go as well. Check Huggy Luke's account. Apparently Lagus is what? Do I even want to know?
Firefly type 4.
Okay, we deal ult to lower the thing. Hitting my Caesar heart. I'm sorry. Okay, Firefly's still doing a million. Nice.
I sense a storm.
In a Finon, Dehibita, Saridra, Sunday team, does it matter who goes first in between Dehibita and Saridra? Or is it just as long as Sunday is last between the three buffers? It doesn't matter who goes first before Dehibita and Saridra, but that's a pretty... Oh, okay, my bad. For some reason, I was interpreting that as a Cyrene team as well. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What is this super brick comp? Obviously, chat chose this team. When is the gameplay gonna be out? I'm not sure. Again, the person who usually does the gameplay showcases, they're feeling sick, so that's why it's taking a little longer than usual. So I'm not sure when the gameplay showcases will be out. 3 SP black holes on the team. Dill is not an SP black hole because he's on basic attack duty. We're fine. Oh my god. Hello? Where's your energy? It's fine. Where's my Dahlia for the energy? The Dill cringe rotation? There's no rotation to speak of. Yeah, the correct theory that the whole Celeron Hunter's short we got was hinting that Firefly is going through a treatment to get cured. I do think there will be some heavy Firefly story focus in the new Penacony patch. So I could see something like that. I need Cyrene to activate Fireflies. Oh wait, you're cooking. Yeah, true. Misha would unironically be good for the new Ice DOT. Theoretically, obviously. Oh, okay, it's fine. We just need one more Harmony thing. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Surely watch Fly gets her Nova Flare when she gets secured. There are no leaks about a Nova Flare, so I'm not so sure. Okay, give me this one. Okay, Medarted, you can redeem a character since this team got one fight. Can we finally have HMC? Sure. I'm not gonna say no to that. Listen, Misha got one fight, so we can run home to HMC now. Switch you. Okay.
Like always.
Much better, much better. Adventure domain. Firefly is good for some adventure domains, so. Firefly getting cured? True. Now we need Ron May again? We'll see. I'm gonna Firefly for this. Okay, we got them all. Alright. The one time you use Firefly in 3.x is Anomaly Operation Night 1. Yeah, I feel that. My Firefly wasn't even able to clear to 3-star that though, so I don't know. Firefly becoming the fine on ult. Yeah, I agree, Prismatic, with your take. On the Trotter tier list. The Trotter killing tier list, rather. Okay, let's go... Aglaya's is good for Firefly. You just use Topaz for that? Oh, because the Trotters don't want to hurt Numby. Oh, we got our Harmony thing back, so I'm just gonna fight this. Jingliu and Blade got buffed for an HP meta, Kafka for Heistlands, so surely I need to instantly activate Firefly's ult. So surely with the SP meta next patch, I don't know if there's gonna be an SP meta, like, in the next world, if that's what you meant, but... And yeah, I am doing a giveaway during tomorrow's banner, yeah. Okay, get my super- Oh my goodness, we're finally gonna start seeing actual super break damage. That's crazy. The new planner is an SP-based one and it's auto star. That literally means nothing. That's just for Archer. There's no, like, evidence that that's at all for the actual auto star characters. It's like the Banana Amusement Planner Ornament set released, and then none of the Remembrance characters use it. Okay, which is this. Numok also is SP related. It could also have nothing to do with Elation, though. I don't think any of this proves that Elation has anything to do with skill points. This is good. What if we replace Dill with Saridra? That would be good, yeah. Saridra is genuinely usable with Firefly. So it would, unironically, be quite good. Aglaya used it? Yeah, only Aglaya used it. So, like, maybe one Elation character will have skill point related stuff, and then the rest of them just won't like care about it. After physical, okay. The new event needs SP to activate effects. Would you say skill points were the main mechanic of the new event? I would say absolutely not. None of these do anything. Who are you picking, Seal? Yeah. Even Aglaya. Oh my god! I did not mean to press that. Whatever. We'll just kill Bubbles. Just kill Bubbles. Okay. Oh, you want Saridra? Okay. Okay. What do I need here? Like, low-key, I don't need anything. Let me just enhance my Harmony stuff, I guess. It's part of the mechanic. I mean, obviously we'll see. There's no telling. I don't think there's any evidence that it'll be skill point related, though. Poor Aggie, she does, yeah, that's crazy, by the way. That they designed a Banana Amusement for Aglaya, and then she can't even use it correct, like, not quote-unquote correctly, but she can't even make full use of it. Absolutely crazy work that they did her that dirty. Yeah, the main gimmick was definitely the action bar stuff, which is what I would expect from Elation. Hello, G-Rolt. You have a question. Since Dahlia converts the toughness reduction dealt to non-weakness broken enemies into super break damage, will this convert toughness reduction to Fugue's exo toughness into super break damage as well? Even though technically the enemy is broken? I would not expect it to work that way, G-Rolt, no. Enemies are still counted as weakness broken, even when Fugue's exo toughness is there. It shouldn't change the designation of the enemies. We'll just keep rerolling this, I guess. I don't know. Sure. What does this even do? Like, do I even need this? Not really. Whatever. Might as well get it, though. Sure. Okay. Oh, that would have been nice to get the Harmony one, though. Maybe I should have just picked it up. It's fine. I, like, low-key can't be bothered to spend too much time on the Blessings bench. Love how much effort I'm putting into my enhancements. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like half putting effort. I half can't be bothered. Where's your... Oh, right. I have to put Saridra in. Is Ho-Ho the only one left to have Abyss and 1.x gang? What? Like Saber, I guess? I guess, yeah. Realistically, Zila and Dill probably will be in the next Nova Flare. I would like that. We'll see. That would be nice. I don't need any of these. It's fine. Alright, Saridra. Now we're cooking with a real team. Quote-unquote real. Whoa, outlasted Road May, true. Not gonna buy the extra 5p to enhance blessings? I could. Zila mains would rather rot in hell than admit she needs a buff. Careful, one of them's in chat. They might not be in chat anymore, but... surely we will get another Remembrance unit scaling off of attack in the future? Yeah, surely. We'll see about that. I don't have faith, low-key. Don't need any of these. And sure, I'll get the bench heat thingy. What? Was back-to-back store domains is crazy. It's fine. You tried DPS Dahipita once and it cleared faster than your Dill? Ain't no, like outside of pure fiction, I tested DPS Dahipita before he released in pure fiction and he performed quote-unquote fine. But if that's not in pure fiction, that's pretty crazy. Is there a pattern for the domains and stuff? I don't know. I'm not the expert on Divergent Universe by any means. It was in mock. I have concerns. Oh, E1 Firefly! Yay, now she no longer consumes skill points. That makes things so much easier for Saridra. The current mock is Dahipita. Okay, I guess I should ask. Did you use Dahipita with your Dill? Like, was that your Dill sustain? This is fine. Yes, you used it with Dill. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is fine. This is also fine. Okay. How cope is Saridra and Firefly exactly? She's like, not even the 4th best option, but it technically works.
A direct offensive, or crush them from the flanks.
Like, would you ever realistically do it? No. Outside of for fun. Is your account cooked if Dill is doing better than Cast and Mock? Like, kind of. That's a little crazy. It's not that your account is cooked, though, Ternari. It's more just that your cast is cooked. Which, you know, is fine. Saridra is just E2 Firefly at home? True. How cope is a Naxa Super Break with Dahlia and Fugue? It'll probably clear content, Rivershen. Super Break and Naxa works. It's just not his best team, usually. I will test it, though, once I am able to test Dahlia. Saridra in a Critcha team? Well, Saridra is just the best in slot for Critcha. So that one's not even like... That's not Firefly levels of cope. That's just Saridra being good for Critcha. Okay. We'll take this one, I guess. They meant a lack of Hyacinth for their cast team, Seal. Because they were saying their cast team was performing worse than their Dill. Which means it's probably a Castris with no Hyacinth. Hello, Ishug. Ask away. I'm always like, how much time do I want to spend on this, on upgrading blessings? Like, not a lot of time. It's fine. E2 or S1 final first? I mean, S1 is cheaper, but E2 is better. So it depends on how many pulls you're able to invest into the banners, you know? We got Dahlia phone case. Nice, for the people who want to see that. Like how you could just depict the current state of the meta? Yeah, I mean, Hyacine was so broken. Isn't Dahlia Trace, which increases break effect from healing, is less than what HMC provides? So we still running sustain. Well, I said that Dahlia's Trace from healing doesn't make Sustainless worse. Sustainless is still better, but it just makes running a sustain not feel as bad, you know? Okay, what are we getting here? Like, none of this matters. Sure, we'll pick up these random 2-star blessings. Just because why not? Getting casted premium team at S1 plus E1 Evernight was literally the best thing that could have happened to you in HSR. Yeah, I mean, that team is... that's just the HSR team. That's the HSR team. Need to see Dahlia gameplay? Yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on her in-game. Oh my god. I'm not into women. Get my hands on her in-game, okay? Okay, instantly activate the ult. We can Gallagher ult here. Why? What? I'm just clarifying. Okay. Do we need our super break thing yet? Sure, why not? The disgust in his voice was there? I didn't even. I didn't clock my own voice. I'll have to listen back to that. Would I recommend pulling Cyrene just for Finon? I would recommend pulling Cyrene if you have Finon and another Crisis Air team that can make use of her. If you don't have any other teams that you can flex her towards, then pulling her only for Finon is a bit dubious.
Awaiting orders.
I don't... What? Wait. Why does me saying I'm not into women turn into me hating women? Those are like two very far sides of different spectrums. Hello? Who said anything about hate?
To the defeat, your downfall is absolute.
We can tell. Who said we could tell? Well, hold on. That's crazy. Pull Cyrene because pink hair. Listen, if you want to, go for it. Oh, no Firefly double skill yet. Let's cancel. Please, no. Oh, but we get... Oh, never mind. Ugh, I don't want to give the break to HMC. But, like, I might as well skill. Maybe the bounce attack doesn't land on the dinosaur. Of course it does. Does break efficiency stack? Not additively, Ishug. So it does not stack the way you're thinking it stacks. Like, Run May plus Dahlia is not going to be as broken as you think it would be. It's multiplicative. You still wonder what could have been if Nova Flare Jingli was still attack-based? Yeah, that would have been so nice. I don't think you need to make Jingli attack-based for that. I just think Saridra should have buffed something other than attack. Like, put that power budget into something else, you know? Rumble plus Dahlia plus E1 Fugue? Yeah, it's not going to stack the way you think it stacks. E1 Fugue's 50% because break efficiency plus E6 Firefly's 50% equals 75. Yes, Prismatic. That is how 75% is what it would be. Correct. How much weakness break efficiency would Ruan May plus Dahlia plus E1 Lingsha plus... Oh my god. What are all the weakness break efficiency numbers there? It just stacks multiplicatively, okay? She would be a buff to Mighty, and we can't have that. I mean, she's still good with Mighty, now that Cyrene is here. But yeah, she could have been so much better for Mighty than she currently is. If she just buffed, like, literally anything else. Is it multiplicatively better though? Well, no, because if it was additively, then 50% plus 50% would be 100% because break efficiency. But the way it is, it's 50% and 50% becomes 75%.
Don't miss the best timing for an attack. Dreams do come true.
The amount you got trolled by the devs because of a Saridra can't work with Memo Sprites in your experience? Yeah.
is black or white, they're press the attack.
Okay, Firefly's gonna lose her ult. Her energy is looking pretty cooked, not gonna lie. If you laugh, you eat a- oh my goodness. We're just gonna basic.
Stand step. Let's improvise.
Sure, we can do this. Let Firefly get this first. And then we can do DD. No Firefly ult still though. Yeah, she'll have no downtime. Well, she'll have no downtime next patch if you pull the... If you pull Dahlia, which I will not be pulling, so... Okay, let Firefly take her turn. We are gonna basic. When is preload time? I'm honestly not sure. Okay, we get a double skill here. Huge damage. Another, yeah. There's the Saridra value. And now we activate Saridra's ult. You wish Saridra also worked with basic attack focused characters? That would have been cool, yeah. I mean, there were a lot of ways to make Saridra's kit cooler. Like, obviously Saridra's a good character, but there were ways to make her just cooler than she currently is. It's unfortunate, but listen, Saridra's still my goat, okay? Don't get it twisted. E2 Firefly at home, yeah, it is decently fun, I will say. Which is one of the benefits to Saridra. Saridra is just a very fun character.
If all is black, press the attack. Firefly, take
Just go on you, I guess, I don't know. You'll be grabbing her on her rerun, you're not gonna get twisted? Good. Cause listen, I don't accept Saridra slander in this house unless I'm the one slandering her. Watch out Saridra being bis with Elation DPSs. I would love that for her. I don't, like, I personally don't, I know some people are expecting it. I personally don't expect it, but that would be nice. You wish we got a new break DPS that made you feel like investing in break. Yeah. That would be, maybe there will be, maybe one of the Elation DPSs will be break focused. We shall see. Oh, another double skill. Oh, we still don't quite get the clear. It's fine.
a bloody fight.
Will Archer get buffed? Like, directly buffed? Probably not. Oh, 1% HP, but Gallagher breaks and gets the kill. Very nice. Gallagher carry.
A direct defensive, or crush them from the flanks.
Oh, will Archer get more supports? If there are just general good supports, sure. Cause like technically his Cypher / Silverwolf / Tribute slot is fairly flexible. So if we just get a broken universal support, they could be a buff for him for sure. You were talking to your friend who doesn't play HSR about Saridra, and the first thing they asked was about the functional difference between double skill and action advance. Yeah. Oh, okay. I reached them. Okay, I need to do some farming. Do I farm Von Whack is the question. Like, I kind of low-key don't need to. But I don't need anything here. I don't know. I'll just do this because Lushaka is always good. And then I can always use Banana Amusement on my Anaxa. So, you know, why not? Get rid of you. Which save file is this? This doesn't have Tribby to instantly give me my ult, so I'll go this one. Lushaka, my goat, always. Archer is T5 and PF. Time for the AoE skill buff. That would be neat. Dahlia phone leaks are out. That's nice. You don't have your files named? No. Is it crazy to say that it takes too long to name my files? Double skill versus action. Yeah, like Saridra's double skill is like it's functionally an action advance, right? Because it just gives you an extra usage of the skill, which an action advance would also do. Just not obviously not for characters like Finon, because Finon can't use action advances in his ultimate, which is the reason Saridra works the way she does. But yeah, it takes 2 seconds, too long for me. No. People in chat are agreeing with me. Chat is saying that they also don't bother to name their files, so I am not in the minority here for once. Vindication for me.
Eternal.
You just gamble on which file. Okay, I still look at which files I'm using. I just don't name them. Dim said wait a bit longer for animations. Yeah. You don't name them since you just use the newest one you create. I could just delete my others. Yeah. You name it file 1? Wait, that still doesn't help you know what it is though. You're pulling the Dahlia even if you don't have Fugue and Linksha? Oh, just for her looks? That's the best reason to pull a character, so. Completely understandable. It helps you don't get it, maybe. Files are only named when it's artwork, true. Also, 09! Did you see the new Anomaly Arbitration is like specifically targeting Tribby to it's specifically anti-shield Tribby. Cause you get minus 50% energy generation outside of your own turn. And Tribby gets a lot of her energy outside of her own turn from her follow-up attacks and from AoE hits and stuff. So they're like specifically trying to kill Tribby with the new Anomaly Arbitration debuff. Like, that's crazy. Isn't that also her follow-up attacks? Yeah, for sure. But like, they're going after Tribby specifically. Why kill Tribby when you can kill Mighty again? Isn't he dead enough? Is it out? Is it on X? What, the animations? I don't think so. You name your files if it has instant ult refill. That's a good one, yeah. Cause those are the ones I want. The Tribby buffs. The Tribby boons, rather. Cause his Godslayer is outside turn? Yeah. Yeah, it does also target Herta. Does that just kill Archer? No. Archer's things should still be considered his turn, I think.
Existence is unity.
Are Memespikes affected since they have their own turns? Yes, in the sense that Aglaya's Garment Maker will give Aglaya less energy. Because that's outside of Aglaya's turn. Presumably. Like, I haven't tested it yet, but presumably, it's gonna hurt Aglaya. Oh, animations are out? Okay, let me check. On Dim's Twitter, or where? Like, where do I find them? On the Reddit? I'm only seeing the phone. The Dahlia infographics via Uncle Mighty's tits. Classic. If you're saying the animations are out, you gotta tell me where. We've got 2 wind damage orbs with speed today. I don't need to keep farming, honestly.
Peaceful days are like
Not the Aglaya nerf, right? Like, did she really need it? Okay, this is fine. On... Oh, okay, there's none. You have a link? That would be helpful. You would have to DM it to me on Discord, though. They're on Telegram? Oh, maybe it's on my Discord. Am I building a DPS Eridra? Well, no. Uncle Mighty, you still can't get over the Uncle Mighty's name? Yeah. I don't see the animations anywhere else. What do we think about Eagle Dahlia? It probably works just fine. I'm not seeing the animations anywhere. Anywhere I can access, at least. Oh, it's on Dim's Twitter now? He just uploaded it? Okay. Obviously, I can't show it on stream, so you guys will have to find it on your own. I'll link it in chat, though. Okay, go there on Twitter, and you'll be able to see her animations. I'm not gonna show it on screen, but you can hear what's going on, and you'll be able to hear my reactions. So, okay, I am watching the Dahlia animations now. Okay, it makes sense that she's dancing in her idol animation, since her buff is called Dance Partner. Lots of candles, which were also a motif for Evernight, since candles are the symbol of the remembrance. She is very stacked, I will say, if you know what I mean. Not her licking her finger. Huh? Did I see? Is she licking her finger? Like just for no reason? That's her tongue. Oh my god. No wonder her skill is called Lick. It all makes sense now. She's literally licking her finger in her idle animation. Okay, her tail is there in the overworld. Glad to know it's not a Dill situation where his tail was only in his idle animations. Not Dim zooming in on her. Okay, it's fine. Is this the most jiggle physics in the game? It's a lot. It's doing a lot. Wait, what's her? Oh, huh? Wait, what's that weapon? What is that? Oh, there's no weapon. It's just her claws. Her claws were just glowing. Is that what I was seeing? Yeah, yeah. It's not a weapon. It's just her claws. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're in battle. I like the look of her zone. Oh, the candles look really pretty. And then the zone deploys candles. That looks better than a lot of other zones, honestly. Just seeing the candles in the background. Okay, now the ultimate. Oh my god, all the candles. It's Chandelure. Oh my god, okay. Wait, the flower is interesting. But yeah, that ultimate, leaning heavily into the yandere faces for her. For sure. Okay, the way she bends over, by the way, in her, like, when you press basic attack or when you press skill. Yeah, when you press skill, the back bend goes a little crazy. Her follow-up literally puts her tail between. Wait, I haven't seen her follow-up yet. Okay, the ultimate. Oh, now we're gonna see it. What the fuck? Okay, that follow-up animation is so... I mean, they know what they're doing. I wasn't expecting that. Chat tried to prepare me, and I still was not expecting that. That's a lot. Definitely a lot. The visual effects are so good, though. I love the candle and fiery visual effects. Looks really good, so I'm a fan of that. The follow-up animation you're pulling over that? Oh, it's working. It's working. Their tactics are working. You love the candles? Yeah, it's really neat and very remembrance. So, chat did what they warned me, but I wasn't prepared for all that. If she wasn't a break character, you'd pull. Oh, why is this? Oh, I got my last thing here. That's okay. There we go. My last 140 jades. This is the most suggestive character you've ever. She might be. Like if we did a tier list of the most like sex appeal characters in the game, I think she's at the top of the list. But she is a succubus, so like I think it's quote unquote fine, quote unquote passable, for her animations to be leaning heavily into the sex appeal because she's a succubus. So it makes sense to me. At least it makes sense, you know. Unlike every other Zenless Zone Zero character. Cyrene banner is tomorrow, Ken Wolf. I will be streaming as soon as the banner goes live tomorrow. So you can keep track of when her banner is up by looking out for that. And H-Star, yes, but there's stuff like Jane Doe or Cantarella. Oh, Cantarella. How famous you are. Overlord Albedo has a challenger. I have seen the Albedo comparisons, yeah. From Overlord, the anime. The ult 8, but the follow-up attack was underwhelming. I mean, the follow-up attack is doing something else, you know? You want to skip everything until Dahlia looking at... Listen, I'll still be skipping Dahlia because Cyrene has all my funds, but... You guys did not see anything. Just forget you saw anything. This is not real. Oh, this was the notification? It's fine. They're fine. This ain't about them. Okay. Low-key, I have like a decent amount of stuff I can do for Jades, I think. What's my current Jade count as? Oh, wait, did I buy the shot reset? I don't think I did. Because otherwise I would have the stuff. Oops. Okay, I can buy these. So I have like 40 pulls now instead of 30. You're not into it? It feels weird? That's fair, yeah. You're playing an E2 that's gonna be dead in 2 months? 40 pulls for an E2. Can we do it? I believe. Trust on 10 pulls for E6S5. Well, I'm not pulling on the light cone banner, probably, but we got the wedding dress from Cyrene and what comes after from Dahlia. That's crazy work. Why is she so horny? She is a succubus. So like I'll give it a pass. I think it's fair. And it's low key what I was expecting from her. Again, because she's a succubus. You forgot that I pulled yeah, I used all of my jades on Anaxa and Anaxa's light cone. These things completely drained me. So now I have no pulls left. 40 pulls in a dream for E2 Cyrene. So we'll see how it goes. After seeing the light cone, you thought her ult would be wild. Her ult's decently wild. I don't know. You might not be remotely straight enough for Dahlia. That's funny. What is my pity? I should just check now so that I can prepare. 10, or rather 5, 10. Okay, we have 12 pity, 40 pulls. We can get around 50 pity in. It is a guaranteed E0 because we lost to Zila previously. But yeah, 40 pulls. And the fact that I want E2 Cyrene is going to be a bit sus. If her teammates were in her ult, like a candle ritual, that'd be so cool. Yeah, I could see that. You're leaving this Anaxa banner with 72 pity. This man does not like you. I feel that. Did you message me about pulls for Cyrene? I don't think so, Book Nerd. I don't think you're on my list. Let me check. Yeah, you did not. So you'll have to DM me. There are several people who said they wanted me to do their polls, but then haven't DM'd me yet. So I don't have them on the list yet. You have to DM me on Discord to make sure that you make it onto the polls list for tomorrow. Sounds good, Book Nerd. We have 13 standard polls, so we can do these. Fugue animation credit for sure. I agree. I actually think Fugue's animations are really good, but Dahlia's animations probably are better. What's our pity here on the standard banner? You want me to do your Dahlia pulls? That'll be in a while, so you'll have to remember to remind me closer to her banner, but I'll definitely be doing Dahlia pulls. You do not like Dahlia's animation? Surprise. Big surprise, Seal. Okay, what's our... Oh, right. We got the double 5-star on the standard banner. So we're like 11 pity in. So I'm not expecting anything from this, but we might as well. Yeah. Follow-up jack and ult are so... of course, you don't like the follow-up. You lost to Clara going for Anaxa? Pain. Okay. So are you pulling her for Boot Hill, Seal? Or are you skipping? Okay, what did we get? Oh, wait! Amosa is good. What's my Amosa Eidolons? I know he's not E6. You got Kaching and C1 Nefer within 20 pulls this morning? If you wanted them, congrats. It depends on how her beta goes and how your Hyacinth plus Cyrene pulls go. That's true. You do have a lot of things you need to pull within a short amount of time. E6? No, only his E3. Whatever, it's fine.
Every shadow on the Yao Qing.
I mean, his E2 is the big one, which I have. Not that I'm ever using him, low-key, but... I could look to build him at some point. Where's my Dan Heng? I'll show you guys my Dan Heng build, or my Cyrene build. This is my Cyrene build. She gets 12 extra speed from the Herta Shot Light Cone. So she's at 182 speed with 4-piece Eagle and Von Whack, so... Jiggle Rail is real. Yeah, this is the most jiggle physics Star Rail has ever had. But again, I've said it before, I think it's passable. I think it makes sense for a succubus character, so... You did want them, but you got jump scared at 7 a.m.? The good type of jump scare, though. Between Fugue and Dahlia, you still prefer Fugue's animations. Interesting. You should set a DM for the... Sounds good, Undead Fishman. You got double 5-star 2 times the standard banner? Well, I got it, like, technically back-to-back. I got a double 5-star on the standard banner, and then I also got double 5-star on Anaxa's banner. But it wasn't double Anaxa, it was Anaxa plus Zila. 4-piece Eagle? Why Eagle? Well, the plan is for my Cyrene to be E2. And when she's E2, especially with her E1, She gets more recollection stacks every three ultimates, so she can cycle through her ultimates faster. More eagle turns, more turns is more recollection stacks. So yeah, I'm a Eagle Cyrene believer. We were watching Z animations because of her. Oh, yeah, I feel that. You've never gotten a double 5-star? I only got my first double 5-star recently, so I've been there. Guessing all the break units will rerunning with Dahlia. I would expect it, yeah. Getchen had a llama. I don't think llama was like this much, but maybe I just haven't looked at llama enough. Anyway, chat, I actually think... how am I going to get her E2, though? With prayers. With hopes and prayers, Yumia. Because, 40 pulls. ZZZ devs worked on Dahlia for sure. I could see it. Yeah, not a clean transition, but I think I'm probably looking to end stream here. I want to work on a YouTube video for, about my first impressions on Dahlia's Kit. So early? Well, I started streaming earlier too, Seal. I started streaming an hour earlier than my usual time. So, League time then? No. I have a YouTube video to work on. And not just the Dahlia video. I have to work on the Dahlia video, and I have another Cyrene video that I desperately need to get out before Cyrene's banner tomorrow. It's basically a Cyrene pulling advice video that I need to put out before Cyrene's banner so that people have the pulling advice video out. So that's 2 videos that I need to work on and get out. Gotta prepare for the long stream tomorrow anyway. We'll see how long the stream ends up being. First time we don't hit the 3 hours mark. Yeah, but like, who's trying to keep that streak, you know? It's completely fine by me. So yeah, I am off to work on the YouTube videos. You guys can expect the YouTube videos within the next day. Dahlia video might honestly be out today. And then the Cyrene video will be out sometime tomorrow before her banner. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. So yeah, okay, don't overwork yourself. Thank you. But I did this to myself by the Cyrene videos taking so long to get out, so. You mean normal time without the daylight savings? No. I don't know. I can't tell anymore. But yeah, okay. Remember to hydrate while editing? Thank you. I will be getting on that. You'll ping me if I don't? You won't know, Seal. You're not gonna know if I'm hydrating or not. Anyway, off to work on the YouTubes. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope we're all excited for the Dahlia kit. As soon as I get my hands-on testing on her, I will have more videos releasing with more in-depth information on how Dahlia compares in a break team compared to her competition. So you can definitely expect more in-depth stuff from me very soon. Again, just whenever I manage to get my hands on testing her. So yeah, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, and until next time!